Alright, we're live. Welcome to Twitch. Hope you're ready to play some D&D.
Oh yeah. How long does it take to make that other animal handling check on the terrace?
You can only make one of those per week, and you've already made your one. So.
Oh.
Have we fixed the boat and everything?
I got a timer thing I can do.
That you know, in games when you have like what do you call a vision of something that happened in the past?
Flashbacks?
Yeah.
That was it.
What about it?
Beep boop. What about the flashback?
Just thinking of something.
Okay. Left us hanging there. Now I'm curious.
Later.
What is these rocks here? Anyways. I guess we fixed the boat.
Do ya now? Alright. Are we picking up right after the battle? Is that where we left off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna start doing some mending and...
So, let's set the scene. You guys just fought the Crag. Crags are really dangerous undead. It's been a while since you fought a dangerous undead. What was it, the killer in the sewers?
Yeah.
No, we fought that thing on the island just now.
Giant pile of bones tornado.
I was saying the Crag itself is like the most dangerous undead you've fought in a while. And it used its telekinesis powers to kind of damage the ship here. There are a lot of holes in the side of the ship. The wood is damaged. They use whatever materials are available here in the ship, and the dwarves are going to get to work trying to patch it up. So you hear the sound of very expensive nails being hammered into wood, trying to reinforce things and seal up any holes. Some of the pieces are not really recoverable if they were knocked off the ship. They probably went to the bottom and were lost. But most of it...
Elemental to grab all those.
Oh, that's good. All right, so you do recover some of the debris before you head out. The air elemental can move maybe like one piece at a time, dragging them up, and then the dwarves will grapple them and pull them up. I know you have mending spells, so I assume you're going to go around and try to use your mend over and over and over as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
The dwarves have like a funeral rite thing.
A funeral rite. They usually do burial at silt, so they would wrap the body in a piece of canvas cloth that's extra for patching holes in the sail, and they would say a few words about the deceased, and then they would cast the body into the silt.
I guess I'll just do that with them.
How many died? There was the one that was hit with the ballista and went overboard.
Only one died, that one.
He was raised as an undead and then killed again. So, I guess you find the pieces of his body, and you give him his burial rites. The dwarves, they're kind of sad. A few of them shed a tear. Many of them have a drink. There's a lot of drinking as a form of mourning for the deceased sailor. A lot of dwarven grog going around. The captain gives a impassioned speech, holding his magic sword aloft. He tells the crew, "I know you're in mourning, but don't be sad, lads. We'll press on. We're almost to Charvass, and once we get there, me cousin'll see that our hold is filled with cargo and goods, And you'll have leave. After a hard trip, you'll have leave to rest and recuperate for at least a few days in Charvass, lads. So keep your spirits up, he says.
You'll be free to relax for 2 days.
Well, a trader's got to keep his business going.
Are the dwarves slaves and only the mole slaves? Or are the dwarves also slaves?
The moles are slaves. The dwarves are sailors that are paid. They earn a wage. The dwarves are considered a skilled laborer. They make 2 silver per day, just like you do. And the work they do on the ship is kind of vital to keep it running, maintaining the sails and the rigging and patching up holes and doing all the crafting and everything. And then the moles, they're like the labor. They're the unskilled labor. And they're basically paid with food and shelter. All right, so what are you doing? Who hasn't done anything yet? Taurus?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm putting a thing together.
I'm going to send a
I found
message
app to do chronometers.
to see ya.
Where I can put multiple people together.
And
So I got a timer
Skywell.
for everybody. Per person. And then their totals. Their total times. And then I got one for like chat. For like if we're chatting about something. Like in-game chat. Or others. Per day. How long is it per day?
Got a couple of people who are not here yet. So I'm going to say that Soul is going to move from here. Oh, I must be lagging. I can't move it.
What?
Give me the figurine. Well, now I can't get it because you have got it.
Where you want to move it to?
I want you to drop it. Thank you. Okay, so Soul is going to come out from here, and he's going to inspect the damage to the ballista and comment that this ballista's got a decent amount of damage, and this one over here, this one looks fine. In fact, it looks better than fine. It looks amazing. What happened to that one? And then he's going to come over here and inspect the damage on this one. And Koblin, he's gonna let out a curse and say, "Blasted! Creatures attacking the ship, day in and day out. What the hell is this?" And he's gonna curse and grumble, and he's gonna go below decks, and he's gonna return to the dining hall where he's gonna continue to drink. And he's ranting about his headache and drinking way too much. And after the funerary ceremony, some of the other dwarves that were feeling kind of sad, they're also going to double down on the dwarven drinking. And so this main hall below deck is going to get rather rowdy.
Denying them their opium.
Copium. What was the dwarf's name that died?
His name was Biff Stonehauer. The best dwarven stone craftsman I did ever know, they say.
Did you all know him for very long?
One of them says, I knew him for 54 years. When we first met, his beard was but 4 feet long and had but 37 braids in it. I can't believe he's gone.
Ask Soul to sing a song called Ode to Biff.
Okay. He busts out his best ballad down here in the dining hall, standing upon the table at the back of the room to make it especially dramatic. And I roll a 13 plus his modifiers. Sounds like a pretty good performance.
I have something to remember and buy.
All right. The female T-Rex moves into the upper awning with Omen. Strange noises can be heard from above decks. The dwarves that are drinking in the hall comment, "What the hell is that squawking? Is there something wrong with the ship? Is it a squeak in the wheel? Ah, it feels like the ship is bumping. What's going on here? I hope the wheel isn't damaged. Did that creature damage our wheel?"
Saying that those are strange noises implies we don't know exactly what they are.
Well, the dwarves below deck, they have no clue.
Fair
We have Biff's body, correct?
Uh,
Or they sent it out into the silt.
They dropped it off in the silt. If you keep a
Okay.
body on the deck, it'll just get rotten. So there's no real reason to keep it. Burial at sea.
Okay, I was gonna wonder if we could use reincarnate on it, but never mind.
No, his body was destroyed after the creature got a hold of it. His body was also cursed. So yeah, they don't want it back.
What, the dwarf?
Yeah, the one that died and was reanimated. He was also infected by the creature into one of those creatures. All the undead that you fought were not just regular skeletons. They have the sort of zombie-like effect where if they kill you, you become one of them. And they're all known as craglings instead of skeletons. So they're just a stronger variant of a regular skeleton. All right, the few dwarves that don't drink are gonna come down in here. This one, he's got 20 damage on him. And he's like, I think me leg's broken. One of them rocks hit me. And then the sailor medic, he's gonna come over here and say, "Don't you die on me." And he comes over here and he applies at least like 37 leeches to his wound. Says, finally. Now that medical aid has been rendered onto you, you're surely not going to die. And the dwarf, he turns an especially pale shade. But he makes his con save. And
I give him some 10 good berries.
You give him 10 good berries. All right. He munches on them. And he says, "Aye, thank you, good druid. I do be feeling
this
better
will-
already."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these will help a lot more than the leeches.
All right. Azran.
I don't believe leeches will help with a leg wound.
Azran's going to investigate what's going on above deck. He returns from his visit to the upper deck and says, "Oh, I'm not going back up there. Don't want to be spattered, you know what I mean."
By the sand?
Haha. Good one.
Okay then.
Meanwhile, Taurus walks over and gets spattered.
John.
I don't know. I moved your figurine because he was still like in between the ship. You're not doing much interaction on the table.
Yeah, I thought we were good.
What are you doing, Joe? What has Taurus been up to?
We left last time. We were putting everything back together, mending the ship.
Oh yeah, that's what's going on right now. There's both a funeral and a repair going on. Half the crew is repairing the ship, the other half is drinking themselves into a drunken stupor.
Yeah, I want to continue helping put the things so we can get back moving.
All right. You move some of the heavier beams into place. You help some of the dwarves. They instruct you on where to move things and what to put in place in order to speed up the repair. Before long, the captain says, "We can get underway." And he shouts at the moles, "Get moving, your break's over." And the moles say, "Aye, Captain." And they all begin climbing into the wheels and running on the hamster wheels until the ship begins to crawl forward as it was before. So you continue on your journey. That was the end of the previous day. You're moving into day 8. Do you guys want to take a rest?
I suppose so.
All right.
Do you mean like a long rest or something?
Yeah, well, that fight, it was kind of a rough one. Some of you used some abilities and stuff. You can take a short rest if you want, or a long one.
If we still need to keep watch, I can keep watch.
I'll take a long rest because I stayed up. I stayed up like in the afternoon and the evening too.
Yeah.
Because of the bad weather and all.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So Long, you want to make that perception check? Let's see if you spot anything out in the desert.
Something in my inventory called
I
heron
will
beetles.
guide myself.
It's windy today.
Nope.
Visibility is low.
Please, nature, help me see through the sandstorm. That is a no.
All right. So,
Nature says no.
for the next 4 hours, you stare out into the swirling silt. There's just drifts of silt swirling 30 feet out from you, and that's all you can see. You never spot any creatures at all.
Yeah, looks pretty good up here. Lots of sand. Nothing else but sand.
I need to take a long rest as well.
All right.
I was up all day, myself and Oren. If Oren doesn't take a long rest, he's going to have exhaustion. So he's been up as well. He was out in the silt probing with the anchor.
All right. So a little bit of time is going to pass, and it'll be about noon time, maybe. The dwarf that was up in the crow's nest, he climbs down from his perch, and one of the other dwarves shouts at him and says, your shift's not up yet. And he climbs down, and he's got his legs pinched together, and he's hopping around, and he says, something's wrong. I gotta go use the bathroom. And the dwarf shouts at him, be quick about it. We don't want to be caught off guard if you're not up in the crow's nest. All right, so he scampers off to use the bathroom, or maybe he just goes off the side of the ship. I'm not sure how that really works here on this. Maybe they have at the bottom deck, there's probably like a hole that you just crap onto, and it just drops out the bottom.
Just do it off the top of the deck. Same thing.
You go to the bow. The poop deck.
The poop deck. Gross.
That's what it's called. I wouldn't doubt.
My
I wouldn't
character.
doubt if this right here is the poop deck. Like, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that's where people poop.
Where am I
Having
standing?
a victory lap.
I can't find myself.
You're in this room, I think. In the party room here with 6 damage.
There we go.
Skeleton priest is in here. And a rock.
You blend in with the sailor dwarves because you're all wearing sort of appropriate desert wear.
So, I'll just go here. Now that all that's dealt with. Is Omen detecting anything?
Omen is currently perched atop the highest point on the ship, preening as if he's very proud of himself.
For Christ's sake. I guess I'll just climb up there.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Assuming it's like a place with a ladder attached.
Not really. You just sort of have to climb up the outside of it.
For Christ's sake. Whatever. Yeah, I don't have much to do. I'm just kind of
Denver's
existing.
gonna watch him.
Do you wanna watch for dangers? Make a perception check.
Alright, why not?
That is what you're being paid for by the captain.
Guess I'll make that for climb up to the crow's nest.
All right. You get to the highest vantage point on the ship. You can roll with advantage from up there.
Doesn't he have a scope as well
Uh,
on his crossbow?
Yar, matey.
You hear me, Cheryl?
Yeah.
Doesn't your crossbow give you advantage already?
Indeed, it does.
So it would give you a +1 to your roll and advantage.
An 8. He is a. I guess that's a 19 then.
Ooh, 19. Okay, from the vantage point, way up in the. Oh, do you want to try higher? See if you can do better than that.
I rolled with advantage.
Just you have to put 2 dice in there to roll with advantage. But you already
Oh.
put 1 dice, so go ahead and just roll it again.
Oops. Well, crap.
Same number. Hey, it's good enough. From your vantage point, way up in the crow's nest, you can see a little bit further than the visibility of 30 feet, because it's not as silty up high. You're almost up out of the cloud, and with your extended view, you can see a little further out ahead of the ship. There's some kind of dust storm. At first, it just looks like dust, but then you see a bunch of shapes moving. And then, as the ship gets a little bit closer, you notice that what it is there's an enormous coiled form, like really huge and ropey, and it's flopping around in the dust. And there's a bunch of other forms sort of entangled with it, thrashing against it. And you hear the occasional like thud, like whap, 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 and the occasional shout. And the thrashing continues, but it's sort of like blending into the sound of the dust storm that's going on around you. And so pretty much nobody is even aware of it except for you, and it's still kind of far off in the distance. So what do you do?
Where's the captain at?
Oh, he's just down on the deck?
Message fell.
Okay, you tell the captain what's up. Okay.
That's a giant coiling horror.
So the captain calls for the ship to come to a halt. But he does it quietly. He actually whispers a message to a dwarf on the deck here, and he runs down below decks without shouting. Delivers the message to the moles to come to a halt. The ship lurches to a quiet stop. Off in the distance, now that there's not as much ship from your own... There's not as much noise from your own ship, I meant to say. Now you can almost more clearly hear the sound of this battle that's going on. Okay, so there's a group of massive Athasian giants. They're locked in a fierce struggle with a monstrous creature that dwarfs over even them. You can make out the distant shape of the several enormous creatures writhing and thrashing in the swirling silt. It's clear that a violent battle is taking place, with towering giants wielding clubs and spears clashing against a massive writhing form that seems to be almost as long as the ship itself. After a few minutes of brutal combat, the giants emerge victorious, but not unscathed. They slump to the ground, nursing their wounds and breathing heavily. So,
Things fell.
what do you want to do?
Can't send a spell to the giants that are psionic immune.
Oh yeah, that. Okay, remembering that.
I'm not smart.
I'm just gonna fly over there really quick.
You gonna use fly, or are you gonna hop on Omen?
Oh man.
Okay. You ride Omen out across the silt. You see the wounded giants below you. So what is your
Hail.
move? You shout a hail at them when you get close enough for your voice to carry. The giants look up at you, and they all sort of glance at each other. And there's a moment of consideration between them when one of the giants is going to raise his hand. With his hands empty, he holds his hands up and he like points at the sacks that they have, and he makes a gesture with his hand of like an exchange gesture to barter for the items that he has. He seems to be a giant merchant of some kind, and he wants to do business with you. What do you say?
Minor image, it's a tentacle shape. Or minor illusion. And point back at the ship direction.
All right. I'm going to tell the giants to head over there. Within a few moments, the giants will approach the ship. This alarms the dwarves. This can be a dangerous scenario. Many giants are raiders and will attack a ship.
Would we have been able to finish our long rest or no?
Only 4 hours has gone by so far.
Hey, you know, I need to build a giant, so...
As long as we don't do anything like get in combat, we should be fine, right? We can still.
Yeah.
Talk.
Land and bring everyone relevant on deck,
Where do they?
including the captain.
All right, the captain and Koblan, they're going to make an appearance.
Front or back? Or where do they approach from?
They were up ahead, so they approached from the front.
I'll make my way to the front and be like, wait for them to make contact and get close enough, and I tell them, "Hello, I am Taurus, great hunter." I'll make a strength motion to make sure they know I'm strong. Give me a flex for it.
Roll it.
If I know they're coming in the distance, I would move the ballista to the front of the ship.
Okay.
We already have 2 ballistas up here.
Yeah, but they're not like pointed forwards.
I speak giant. I can just talk to them normally, but like strangely.
I roll a 25 strength check.
To do what exactly?
To flex mightily. The giants are impressed. The giants clap. Oh, mighty little giant. Look at big muscle for a small man.
Small?
Well, they do got a few feet on you. They're a little bit taller.
No,
Is a muscle halfling.
I look like a child for them. I understand.
Well, you're considerably larger than a human.
Oh no, but as we discussed with the last time we were with giants, they could carry me around like a baby.
True.
And like a log child on your back. That's how I can ride their shoulders.
Piggyback style.
Yeah.
If you're a halfling, then we're all pixies.
It disappointed.
Ringside. What did you bring over the giants for?
Tentacles.
The giant holds up his sack and he says, "We have stuff. We're hungry. Do you have anything tasty to eat? We'll trade you any tasty food you have for the stuff in our sack."
I tell them about the
You got some
big
tentacles.
giants. Tentacles we
Ooh,
may not have.
delicious tentacle.
And it was a white one. It was a white silk horror.
Me love tentacle, me favorite meal. Delicious.
What have you got to trade for it?
Okay.
We still have some Cloud Ray jerky. Or do we sell all of that?
The giant, being a shrewd businessman, is going to roll a 19 to persuade you that these items that he presents to you are valuable and worth all of your tentacles. Yeah, let me get a note card.
We already had enough food before the tentacles, didn't we? Tentacles are just extra.
So,
Because we still had other meats too. We had the fire drake baby meat.
All right, so these are the things the giants have for sale.
I don't really want to deal in slave collars.
No? Did you take a look at the slave color?
I saw it on the list.
When you look at the slave color, you see that it bears the crest of House Salaxa.
Well, that's not good. Actually, it might... Hey, where'd you get these?
The giant says, well, he sort of shrugs and unconvincingly tells you that me found them in desert. Just dropping silt left behind. Mine now.
If Grimorn's close to me, I'll hint to him like anything magical.
I'll do a detect magic and see.
The scimitar and dagger have intricate designs and engravings, identifying them as fine weapons created by House Salaxa's blacksmiths.
Where are they glowing colors?
The antique masterwork scimitar is definitely glowing.
Yeah. And what does that scimitar do, sir?
The ornate jeweled dagger is also glowing. The giant scratches his head and says, "What you mean? It stab, it cut, it kill. Scimitar, stabby weapon."
Don't tell them.
I think it's worth the tentacles.
How much is it? How much is that?
They want to give us all this. We give all the tentacles and we get all this.
Well, the giant merchant, he rolled a pretty convincing persuasion to tell you with a 19 that his sack of goods here is worth all of your tentacles.
Telling the
Great.
player what the guy
How much are
rolls,
tentacles
because
actually worth?
you let them decide if that's like a big enough number to convince you in this situation.
And he's gonna sell that like for 305 copper piece.
Ringside, can you read their surface thoughts on where they got them from again?
No.
Correct.
The giants do not care about your money. They only care about food.
We'll give them the.
Oh, how
Hey.
much are tentacles worth a piece? Ninja?
Tentacles are from like the silt horror, which is a very high CR creature, which is also in the Silt Sea, which is one of the most inhospitable, deadly parts of the world. So you have to think about the rarity. If you were in Tyr, do you know how hard it would be to get one of those tentacles, being on the other side of the friggin' planet in a dangerous area?
So
It's like equivalent to
they
the...
don't know how.
You know how valuable the Cloud Ray was when you were selling that? The Silt Horror tentacle is similar. It's like a very rare, delicious meat that is hard to acquire in most parts of the world. Except here. Here it's pretty common, if you can kill them.
So usually every morning we set up the talk to everybody, right? Who's the one controlling it? Because we got to send it to that person. They got to send it to the whole group. Was it Ringside or Orin?
Oren.
Alright, so I send it to Orin and I tell him to tell the whole group, don't tell them how many silt horror tentacles we have.
Hey,
I tell Soul, I tell Soul, so where's Soul at? Soul's here. If Soul's up here, I'll walk back to Soul and say, tell him we have, I don't know how many, we have 3 over here on the actual thing. I'm not sure how many we actually grabbed.
What kind of giants are they?
They're
Is that what
Athasian
happened?
giants. There's 2 kinds. There's Athasian giants and there's beast head giants.
We only got 3 tentacles from them, from that silt horror.
Yep.
So I tell him,
I'm going to ask
Only
Publin
give-
to identify
Tell-
the axe.
I tell Soul to tell him tell them we have 2 whole silt horror. Talk it up. And that we can, we'll give them both of our silt horror tentacles for all that.
I think we already used today's identify, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes.
So you'll have to wait until tomorrow.
We used it on the armor, I think.
The crag had 2 items that were magical, and you wanted to identify one of them yesterday and one of them today.
Yeah. We did on
Can
both.
we get
yesterday.
can we get a deception roll from Soul on that?
All right. Nat
Bargain.
friggin' 20. Soul tells the giants, "Oh, you're never going to believe. We just encountered a silt horror," and he tells the whole tale about how you fought it, how it stuck to the front of the ship, how your mighty half-giant
Fire Drake.
battled the thing, how there was a fire drake in the distance, how you were all like mighty and adventurous and battled and got rid of the fire drake. And he kind of glosses over how we got rid of the fire drake, but the giants are all really impressed when he insinuates that you defeated the fire drake in battle. The giants are
Dragged it
all
to the depths of hell. That's what we did to the Fire Drake.
the giants are all wide-eyed.
I show him the teeth, the fire drake teeth that I have as a decoration on my neck.
Okay, so just +1 on top just to make sure they believe it.
Yeah.
You show them some trophies from a fire drake.
And then I come up onto the deck with 2 big silt horror things, one in each arm, like over my shoulder, like a log. And I'm like, "What about those apples?"
So the giants are so impressed by the story, they don't even think about the quantity, and they're happy to make the deal. So they'll take 2 of the tentacles in exchange for the sack of goods.
Nice.
Don't want to write all the stuff that we got down. Could someone else deal with that?
It's on a note card on the table.
Yeah.
Okay
I'll
then.
just put the cards on the side.
Yeah, most
I guess-
most things that you get, I'll put on a note card at the table, and then you guys can divide it up and put it onto your character sheets as you like.
I got a couple questions for them, and it was, one is, where are they from? Are they do they have affiliation with the what do you call it? Giants,
The main evil
Lake
giant
Island.
faction.
the Lake Island Giants.
Oh, Lake Island, far away. No. We know from Lake Island.
I tell him, we make friends with half Lake Island Giants. Other half don't like us. One
Nah.
half are friends. Other half no friends.
The giants will explain that they are coastal giants, that they have lived along the coastline here for many generations.
I tell him about the other group, like our group that we are friends with. I forgot their names. Grandar, my grandpa. I tell him about Grandar. Grandar, he fierce hunter, feared by other giants for. He has massive spear. I tell him about his massive spear and that he's a fierce hunter. No, not just.
Yeah, we
great
heard
hunter,
that
fierce
part.
hunter.
Mm.
And tell him he looked like me, but bigger and older. like grandpa giant, And then I tell him about the prince. Whatever's the friend's name.
Yeah. All right. So the giants being so impressed by the stories that they've been told, they're going to be real interested. And since they're nomadic and they just move around the coastline, if you tell them where to go, they'll go see if they can meet this prince of giants that you speak of, that's starting his own kingdom.
Yeah, it's at the new Shrine of Fire.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the merchants having been informed and having sold all of their wares,
Wait,
they're...
hold on.
What's up?
What was the giant monster they killed?
Which one?
Well, the one
What do you mean? There were multiple.
Oh, the one they were fighting over there.
Oh, it was a siltworm.
Do those have anything useful about them?
The giants scratch their head. One of the giants, he has a 10 on his nature check and says, not very tasty, kinda rubbery, chew, 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 chew. And one of the other giants, he has a 13, and he says, I heard little people, when it bite them, they die. And the other giants laugh and say, ha, little people weak.
When he says a silkworm, I want to do a nature check as well. A 21.
Can't even
Consider it's
withstand
big as
getting
you guys.
bitten in half by a giant worm.
I got a
How
21 on my
targic.
nature check.
All right. Yeah, let me open up my monster manual here.
They're worms and they're big.
Well, they may have
I didn't
value
see a
to us.
trial to.
I know.
And since they're just nearby, they may be able to bring it to us.
We can. It's on our way, anyways. We'll
Oh,
go
yeah,
grab.
or, yeah.
We'll go by.
Come across
When
the
we
corpse,
pull-
we might be able to salvage some stuff.
When I play D&D games, I have a tendency to try to like it help and improve any like primitives I find, and half the time it works, and half the time it doesn't, because half of the time they're like, why would we do anything when we can just hit with bit of stick and then get all the reward?
All right, you can get silk from it. The silk from it can be used to make fire-resistant clothing. Outfits made from it are worth 300 gold pieces.
Yes.
The gold?
That's what it says, 300 gold pieces.
I'll keep it to myself.
Or is that
And,
like copper in this world?
No. This is a Dark Sun book. This means that if you get the silk bundle, the silk gland from the worm out there, you could get 300 gold pieces for it.
Yeah. All right.
I'll
Going to use the silk. Are they going to eat the silk or?
Well, one of the giants said that he could, but it's not the most tasty thing. They would always much rather eat the silt horror tentacles instead.
They're just gonna like
no.
take it if they don't mind.
They've already left it.
Yeah, the giants are headed the other way.
Okay, bye then.
We'll stop by their body and grab that shit.
Has it not sunk to the bottom of the sea at this point?
That is a problem. When it died, it kind of sank there. Parts of it are sticking up out of the silt, so you can see where it is. But yeah, the dwarves say they have grappling hooks. They could hook it and try to pull it up.
Cool.
It is a huge monster, and it weighs a lot, and it's as long as the ship. But they do grapple it and pull one of the ends up.
Hooray.
Now,
We have to harvest it.
the dwarves, they're going to comment, have you ever harvested one of these before? And the other dwarf says, no, I've never harvested one of these before. Look at the size of the thing. You think I've fought one of these before? Thing's the stuff of nightmares. I don't even want to touch it.
Who knows how to harvest this thing?
I would.
And what would we have to roll?
Let's do
Nature.
survival.
Nature or survival?
Survival.
I believe it's survival.
I got a +2 survival.
You got a +9.
Sia's not here, so he's going to give Bardic Inspiration to whoever's going to make the roll. And it gives you a D8, or is it D10?
I will assist.
It's a D8, so he adds 5.
Give you guidance.
You give
I'll
me-
assist. But he already has guidance. He has his own guidance. Can you give me
Oh.
guidance so that I can assist?
I will guidance to assist.
Okay.
Myself to assist.
Guidance. Oh. Oh, okay.
I assist with a 27. You get
just-
mega advantage.
Yeah.
By the power of advantage.
That was a
Well,
machine
26. 26.
All right. So it takes at least an hour of careful cutting to extract the gland without spoiling it. And then it requires further refining in order to turn it into a crafted product, and you don't have the loom required here on the ship.
I
But you
wonder
do have
how
the raw
much this-
material.
What can we do with this silk?
We don't have a loom.
Yeah.
Once the giants are gone, I'll tell you guys what we can do with all that silk, and tell them how we can make clothes and stuff, and that's what they're used for.
Fire resistance is neat.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can wear all that fire resistance. And then I can throw fireballs on you. Actually,
can
wouldn't even
still-
work because fuck.
I tell him I'll have silk panties. I can't wait.
Because I'm a fire adept. The
How
fire
much
resistance
silk
would do
would
anything.
how much silk would you get? Like basically how many bundles of this stuff would you need to make clothes? How many sets of clothes could you make from one
300 gold.
giant creature?
Clothes.
300 gold worth of.
There's enough to make one outfit that is worth 300 gold.
Oh my. That's insane.
And what I want more, for someone to wear it or to sell it for money.
You wanna put that in your note, Joe? That
What?
you have the silk?
Yeah, I'll put it in my bag.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I have something in my inventory called harem beetles and fancy pillows and tapestries. Anyone able to remind me what that was?
The harum beetle is known to make a soothing noise, and people keep them as pets, and they're worth a decent amount of money, like 1 gold each, I think.
I assume I've been feeding those.
Yeah,
unless they might
I
be
think
lost.
so. So, like, I thought the intent was you were going to keep them and try to, like, breed them so you'd have a bunch, and then you could, like, sell them. It is kind of a Richie Rich sort of pet, an exotic pet that's hard to find, so they fetch a decent price if you can raise a few of them.
Give me a different idea, but I'll save that one too. I think that's it for this situation, so I guess let's not stall and keep going.
All right. So, moving on. After getting what you can from the siltworm, the dwarves cast it overboard, and the captain gives the command for the moles to head on.
It's about noon 30, right?
Yeah, we're going past noon. Your rest continues, and several more hours are passing uneventfully. You hit the 8-hour mark.
Awesome.
The dwarf that had to use the bathroom went back up into the crow's nest. And he hasn't given a shout and hasn't spotted anything in a while. Does anybody want to do anything else?
If I finish my 8 hours,
Yeah.
I'll help out and be on guard duty again. And I'll just, keep an lookout.
Okay, so
Hey guys.
hey
Sky,
Skywell.
what was that merchant house that you didn't like?
Oh, what?
What What was that merchant
Oh.
house that you didn't like?
All of them.
House Wavir is the one that was the main in Al Taruk, the one that killed my brother.
Mhm.
Nah,
It's
nah,
unfortunate.
no. Salaxa.
Salaxa is
The
ridiculous in
bad
its own
one.
way. That's the one that's like ruthless as all get out. Apparently,
We just got a whole bunch of their shit from those giants.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
A
Yeah,
bust
include-
of the House Salaxa founder.
Yeah, including a magical dagger and a magical scimitar that we haven't identified yet.
It's helpful.
And slave collars.
Yeah.
Are you going to look closely at the treasure while they're all explaining what they got?
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
You notice that there's a tapestry and rugs that also have House Salax's colors and symbols woven into them. And all of these broken swords, bows, armor, and shields all appear to have seen very rough use. Dented, damaged, and destroyed.
Okay. Pardon me for not knowing what's going on here, but what brought us to this point? Like, how did we get the?
We were sailing around. There were some giants fighting a thing in the distance. I called them over. We traded 2 of the
Tentacles.
Siltor tentacles to them. Them not knowing we had 3, and they gave us all of this stuff.
Okay.
Did somebody?
The giants
somebody like guys
Yes.
when you're unlocking, be careful. Somebody erase this card completely.
On my side,
Like the Azran Captain Sword, it's all gone now.
I know I deleted something on my side. I have no idea what it was.
I have that information. And since it's not in your possession, don't worry about it.
Oh, for me?
The
In general.
compass is right here.
I have the Captain's Sword's information here. So it's not an issue.
Oh, okay.
It's right here. Right next to it.
Well, so I'm excited about this. I'm curious. We aren't still talking to the. Well, I should be in character. Maybe I shouldn't be in character yet. The giants are still here. Are we still talking to them, or?
We were pretty much at the point where business was done and the giants were taking their food to head towards where the other giants were to join up with the Giant King that you were friendly with.
If I
There
can
you go.
run up after them after looking this over, and I run across the silt towards them, and I say,
I need to ask, where did they get it? They don't know
Precisely.
and don't care.
Well, so they were asked where did this stuff come from, and they said very unconvincingly that it was just dropped and they found it, and so it's theirs now.
"Okay."
Dig into their
Right.
brains, and they're 4 giants, so I just dropped the issue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I was
You
gonna
can't
say
dig into their
like
brains anyway.
read their minds, but yeah, I forgot about that.
And the dwarves were a bit nervous because giants along the
People don't like
coastline
to
are
use
well
their
known
minds in this
to
environment, just so we're clear.
Giants do a lot of raiding and piracy along the coastline. These could have been raiders. The goods might be stolen. That's the general assumption.
Well, I give them a thumbs up or whatever passes for that in Athos, and say, cheers and good hunting, in as loud and booming a voice as I can possibly
Okay.
manage. I mean, and moving on to. Oh, the other thing was. I don't have a skill for this, I don't think, but okay, there's no such thing as a knowledge skill now, I guess. It's
They're
well, what is
history,
that? Insight? No, or history? History.
nature,
Okay.
Arcana.
Because like I guess it would be a history roll for me to know, like, okay, where the heck would Salaxa?
Yeah. that'll be
like-
history roll, probably.
I would probably know, I suppose, where they're most based, or where they hold sway, right? I mean, maybe that might be even common knowledge, I suppose. I
Yeah.
don't know.
It is.
Okay. I don't have anything else right now.
I'll tell the group also that we should if we get caught with these, we may become enemies of House Alexa. So
Grand.
no,
We kind of already are we?
We don't want to be a target. We're
Or,
a target.
yeah, not that they know we're enemies. We're
All
not
right.
known enemies.
Yeah.
I just looked it up. House Alexa is based in Dredge. They have a small outpost in most cities except Balak. They own Fort Eben, Fort Calvis, Rumish's Rock, and Ablath. Dredge is out west on the coast.
Is it even on the map here?
Yeah, we have the map. It's in the corner, isn't it?
Okay.
We should say we got all this stuff from giant pirates. From defeating giant pirates. Or we got it all from pirates.
Oh, whoa. Is the Misty Veil...
Does that make sense?
Holy smoke. Okay, this is a different map, actually. In this corner over here. So there's a west coast over here, basically? Okay.
I don't see your hand over here. You might be in the wrong spot. I'm in this corner down here.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at the different map, because usually I was looking at this map over here, right? But there's on the opposite corner of the table, there's another map that I was unaware of, and I'd never seen before. But there's a west coast, way past the forest ridge. Is that something I know about?
There's a lot more than this. Probably not.
Oh. Well, if it's not character knowledge, then never mind. Okay.
So your knowledge would probably not extend much beyond the tablelands. Nobody goes across the mountain. Nobody goes into the forest ridge. Nobody goes into the empty plains. Nobody goes to the jagged cliffs. You would be killed by monsters in the mountains. Then you would be killed by halflings. Then you would be killed by things in the jungle. Then you would be killed by the Thri-Kreen before you'd ever even get out there.
Right, yeah.
Getting killed.
Well, for the average person. You guys...
Right.
Could survive it, but the average person could not.
Right. So therefore, while we were, mucking around as kids, level 1, whatever, it's not part of your purview. You're not going to be knowing about this from, and nobody else knows, right? Everyone just knows whatever life they've lived in their own little town.
Yeah, and there's no books, so a lot of information doesn't go very far unless you're told a story by somebody who's been there.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yep, that checks out. Okay, so I'm excited about this. I'm looking over it. I'm feeling like, well, what do we need to go ahead and? I mean, this isn't worth much monetarily, right? What we just got from these giants. It's more of
metal.
A lot of it's trash.
We got 2 magical thingies.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
It's more like
two axes that are 60 SP apiece. Silver, not gold. I mean, this is like 10, 15 gold worth of stuff we just got from them.
Okay. Well, we can,
We just gave up 2 silk for tools.
Considering how valuable and rare that meat is, though, that wasn't a terrible deal. Although it would have been a better deal for the giants if they got all 3 tentacles.
Good to have something in reserve. I can appreciate that. Does it just go bad? I mean, I'm sure it goes stale kind of quickly, but...
Yeah. Usually they'd preserve it with a lot of salt. Then you'd have tentacle jerky. Delicious. Tentacle jerky.
The dry future past this is.
What'd you say there?
Said such a dry future past this is.
Yeah.
So, we're towards the end of the. Sorry, we're in the afternoon. It's past 4 o'clock. We've finished our long rest.
Okay.
We've harvested the rest of this, the silk from the worm. What are we? Who's on watch? What are we doing?
I'll take first watch. I'm still like picking over all this stuff. We're going to Fort Cal or Azeth Rest. Where are we headed to again? I'm going to Fort Cal or Azeth's Rest.
Charvass.
I'm going to try.
Charvass is
Not on the map.
not on the. Okay, so we're. Oh, duh. Never mind. Okay. I'm back. Okay, it's coming back to me. We're just going where it's shallow, of course, because you can't go very.
Yeah.
That's right. You can't go very deep. Okay, moving on.
All right.
First watch is me.
Roll it. Let's see what you see as you travel across the great open still sea in the midst of a storm. I rolled a 15 for the weather, so without the influence of magic weather control from the captain's sword, it would be a pretty rough sea today.
I will help them.
It's putting a lot of wind in the sails, making everything move along at a good pace. You're making good time.
I guess is
17 plus assists.
Okay. When you look around, you spot something really unusual.
Okay. Time of day is still night, was it?
Yeah, it's pretty dark. So as the sun sets, you're going to spot something in the sky, a large object several miles away. It appears to be a huge ball bobbing lazily through the air, pushed by the breeze. The wind seems to be blowing it closer.
I'm guessing airships or dirigibles I've never seen before, so I'm kind of freaking out a little bit, and I start rousing. Well, Taurus is here. Taurus, what do you make of that? Is it a beast?
Doesn't it look like our gas giants friends that we have tied up?
As it draws closer, the ball is a large net enclosing several reddish and yellowish blobs. Below it hangs a wicker basket. There's movement within the basket. And then a face peeks over the side, and a voice hails you from above.
How high up is this?
Not too high. It was just floating along just above your vessel. Probably 20 feet up or something like that.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, okay. Well, after all, he is an earshot, I suppose. Okay.
We've seen these things before in our nets.
Have we?
We caught them before. The what do you call it? The gas things.
Airship,
We caught 3 of them,
dirigible,
remember?
blimp. I guess I forgot about this.
All right.
That was Oh,
Where are
it's
they
coming back to me. It's coming back to me a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we caught 3 of them.
So when this thing comes close, the woman on board is going to throw down a grappling hook and say, "Hook this to something quickly."
What?
I'll
Can I get an
I'll hold
insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll hold it and I'll hook it to like one of these. Or that.
No, a 4.
Okay, you don't suspect a thing.
I'll try my insight too.
Okay, she seems nice enough. Yeah, sure, I'll hook it to something.
Okay.
I mean,
Having-
if they try something, we're okay, I guess.
Having hooked the balloon, there's a bit of a groan as the wind tries to blow the balloon. It does scrape the wood a little bit, but once it's attached, she's going to climb down the rope. She's going to make sure that
Okay.
it's secure so her thing doesn't blow away, and she'll introduce herself. She says, "Greetings,
hey,
my
hey,
name is
wait,
Takana."
Oh my God! Wait! Can I please get one of the flippin' other sailor dwarfs to rouse the captain and?
The captain's already on the deck. What are you talking about? He's
Okay, fine,
he's seen all of this.
All right, fine. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was freaking out.
I want to
Takana,
ask
you
about
said?
her flying thing.
She introduces herself as Takana.
Nice to meet you. You seem quite nice and hospitable for the wastes of Athos. What are you doing out here in in the Silt Sea?
She says, trying my latest invention, and she gestures towards the device behind her. So what you see before you is 36 floaters enclosed in a giant net made of giant's hair, woven into extremely thin strands, and then suspended below it is the basket, and a wicker basket large enough to hold one person and a minimum of gear. She seems to be traveling quite lightly, and she says, "It's so good that I saw you," and she says, "I would very much like to ask you if you have any food for sale." And she...
Tell her we have 3 of those gas things. We have 3 of them, actually.
Of floaters.
Oh, you have floaters?
Floaters. Yeah, we had 3 floaters we caught. They're nets. We caught them in nets.
I didn't think anybody else would get the brilliant idea that I had.
I'm wicked smart.
They just thought it'd be neat.
I just don't know how many I would need, but that's a lot that you got.
Yes, I've got a bit we could share.
I wanted to find out if that could carry us.
We have still some Silt Strider meat or something like that. I forget if we have anything actually fresh or not.
We have Silt Horror Tentacle.
But is that appetizing for non-giants? I forget.
It is rare meat.
Rare does not mean good.
We also have Fire Drake baby meat. It's like real.
Baby.
Not feed them that.
Eat the baby.
We have some really
Baby.
good
Taste the baby.
Yes.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back,
right.
baby back,
I'm
baby
losing
back.
my track. So, how long did it take you to catch all these floaters? I mean, where do you live? You live in the skies now, or what?
She'll tell you, it wasn't difficult at all. You see, I devised a special pheromone from the first one that I caught, which was a pregnant female. Something about the pheromone, when you extract it through what is it? Calcinator? You extract it through a calcinator, and you get a refined chemical that I can apply to a bait. To bait them in, and they are very easily captured, being quite docile creatures. And since they pose no direct threat, and once I've captured them in the net, as long as I can maintain them and keep any open flames away from them, all seems to be going quite well. My initial experiments seem to be rather fruitful, but there are considerations as to the weight limitation of the balloon, not being able to carry enough weight for supplies. So as you can see, I'm quite famished, and I really would like to buy any food you have available.
I want to find out if that 38 of those could carry me.
Could you add 3 more of them, and then would that help you carry some food in your cargo?
Negligible amount. It would help a little bit. I wouldn't mind adding the few that you have if you'd like to part with them.
I'm busy feeding her. I'm, working on that.
All right. So she hasn't
even have money to pay for food.
Yeah, she'll dig around in her pouch and she'll say, "I'm not sure what you would prefer. I have some coin, I have some gems, or I could trade you magical healing if you wish."
I say, "I'll be right back," and I'll go grab the ones from underneath the deck, the 3, so I can go, so she can buy them with gems for me. So I caught them.
She says, "As a devout cleric of the wind, I can use my powers to render aid onto any who need it. Should you need my blessing, I can give you the boon of my god of wind, and I can also provide you with magical healing, restore you from conditions, cure you of poisons and diseases, anything like that. I would gladly do that for you if you'd take that instead of coin or gem."
Before he gets into the wind stuff, hold on.
She, right?
Yeah. Takana is a young woman. An intensely bright and also quite strange female cleric.
I bring up the net with 3 gas.
Cleric
pads
of
in
what
it.
exactly?
Cleric of the
Hold on,
Wind.
Before you get into all that,
What else?
I want to do this deal with her because she said gems. I immediately ran downstairs, grabbed them, and ran right back upstairs. And I like, what kind of gems you got? Huh?
Right. All inquisitive now.
She has a variety. She has ones that are worth 10 and ones that are worth 50.
Ooh. How much would she give me for all 3 of these?
She's just here for a meal. She really can't bring any cargo on board her vessel, but she would...
No, these are extra
Rations.
He's trying to sell the balloon creatures we caught. The 3 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Floaters. I got
Well,
3 extra floaters.
I don't know.
Those are her collection.
I guess she'll give you one of the 50 ceramic piece gems for each one of your floaters.
Okay. Does she have any? So I have 50 gem pieces. Does she have any rubies or moonstones?
No. She doesn't have those super valuable gems on her.
So those are 50 CP ones.
Usually they go for hundreds. She does not have ruby.
They were 100. You didn't see. Can I change that value here?
No. The one you have is tiny.
I will share.
Get one. I'll just put 50 on it.
Actually, well, is it my turn yet, or did Taro have something he wanted to say before I get in this?
We're not in turns.
Here's the wind cleric.
I only do turns when you're in combat. You can pretty much act...
Well, I thought he was waiting to say something. But, okay, my thing is... Okay. So I've got regular, like, pack rations. Like, what is this? Tack, crackers or whatever that I can give her. I'll just cross that off my sheet here. But I was wondering if... What? Okay.
We have Siltmore. We have a whole tentacle.
She'll scoff at your offer of pack rations. She says, "What is that, an iron ration? I'm not going to eat that. Don't you have anything better?"
Oh, well, of course, but I thought you need something for your trip.
No. I can't take anything with me. I just need to eat and go.
Oh. Well...
You can see she travels very light because the floaters can only carry a very limited weight.
Yeah.
High standards. Wait a second, is she a human?
Yeah.
If you can pay in gems, we do have some fire drake meat.
My thing is, okay, so she's an inventor.
Already.
Yes.
She's an inventor, and I kind of wonder if, okay, maybe she just I'm saying this actually in character. I guess you're so full of wanderlust that you don't seem to have a full place. But have you been to Tyr?
No, I've never been to Tyr. It's so very far away, but now that I have this balloon, if the winds will bring me there, perhaps I can make it that far.
I myself am not from Tyr, but I'm from Alteruk. But
she says, to be honest, I had heard the libraries of Nibene were of more interest to a person who wishes to study esoteric information.
Why I gotta walk downstairs when she says that? Because I was, man, you know what?
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna. Oh, sorry. That would have piqued my interest, but I just said I walked downstairs.
I know about Nibene.
Grab her a bowl of stew that's on the pot over here.
Okay.
I'll grab her a meal and I'll come back up with it. But she had already mentioned the Nibene stuff.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, this priestess, she's got genius level IQ, and she has literally invented the airship in Dark Sun.
What?
What?
Come back
What
up
do
with
I
it.
know about Nibene?
Hand it to her.
Nibene is a semi-friendly sorcerer king that the party has dealt with in the past. Nibene's kingdom is mostly destroyed by a magical catastrophe called the Zwoon.
The Zwoon. I still... Maybe this is for another time, but I thought we were against Nibene, and then all of a sudden we're friends again. Like, what the heck? I missed part of that.
Because we dealt with him and he was reasonable at the end.
You had the
He
option of
stopped-
fighting him when he was weak, and you chose, instead of fighting with him, to ally with him.
Yeah, and he stopped aiding or being at war against the Veil Alliance. He
Tyr was in fact sending aid after the earthquake and disaster that he had to help out the people of Nibene, so it's a friendly relations. It's one of the few city-states.
So freaky to me. I thought we were trying to kill Nibene.
Well, he decided,
Well,
because I got in his face, like, that we all made like a psionic bond.
I think we were kind of scared of just getting completely destroyed too by a Sorcerer King.
We are biding our time and partially using to hopefully also deal with the Queen of, what was it, Gold?
Gog.
Yeah.
Because Gulg was against.
They're both
if
against
she
each other,
mentions-
Nibene and them.
If she mentions Nibene now that I'm back, or anybody mentions Nibene, I'll tell her, oh my god, that's where I'm going after this. I have a friend, his name is Nibene, and I'm gonna go learn from him.
So, Will, peek under the hood, like, Nibene gets, like, 27 attacks in a row. Like, he could kill Taurus before you'd have a chance to move.
Yeah.
Who's the most powerful Sorcerer King?
No.
Just as a
The
whole.
dragon.
You guys are unaware of him, but he's the dragon, yeah.
We're gonna have to
Hamanu
do
is
that with
more
20
powerful than Nibene, though, right?
Hamanu is known as, like, a really aggressive warrior, so he is one of the most dangerous Sorcerer Kings, but he's not as dangerous as the dragon.
No. Well, anyway, okay, so
Nana is more physical than Nibene, also. Nibene is more magical.
okay. Well, anyway,
Like, if you're talking, like, the warlord Sorcerer Kings, it's probably Tektuk Title, the Aztec one. He's, like, really, like, a war Sorcerer King. And then Hamanu. Hamanu is the other, like, badass battlefield warrior where he will fight directly on the battlefield himself and crush his enemy.
Hamanu is like a fighter.
Yeah.
Tetile is like a barbarian, right?
I haven't messed with his stuff much because you've sort of avoided his kingdom because it's got a really bad reputation.
but their kingdom, is it on the Tablelands?
Yeah,
They're more
yeah.
savages.
I've kind of encouraged you to avoid it when you passed it recently because they're constantly taking slaves and doing human sacrifice. So it's just got a bad reputation and is best avoided.
Was that? No. I just want. I mean, it's something my character would know. Where is that?
Dredge. That's where House Salaxa comes from.
Oh, I see it now. Ah.
Can I
got
finish
you,
that
okay.
that exchange real quick?
So we went past
One
that
second.
on our way to Bitterwell.
Yeah,
Oh.
So
or just
Okay.
after it, maybe.
I
Yeah.
give her the 3 floaters, and she gives me 3 gems. Which 3 gems can I get?
Whatever. Whatever you got, just add 3. Something that's worth 50. It's not listed as specific gems in her inventory.
Cool. Got you. And
So we can't convince her to come to Tyr, but she's going to Nibene, and we're cool with that. We like Nibene now.
Well, I don't know.
Oh.
She's inquisitive. If you can persuade her, I don't know. She's
What is
she's
she- Sorry.
she's very flighty. Like she's a
Aha.
bit of an airhead, even though she's super genius.
Oh my
So
God.
she's constantly changing her
Direction.
goals and directions in life. She's just sort of going where the
How
winds take
many-
her.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I tell her that when we return to Tyr, if she is in Tyr, when we get back, I have to handle some business, and then I'm planning to go to Nibene, and I'll introduce her directly to Nibene and let her.
You gonna try and make a library in Tyr?
Who is she a source cleric
Inventor.
of?
Oh,
A cleric of wind.
Oh.
So I tell her that I will introduce her to Nibene if she goes to Tyr and waits for us there.
And do we know about her invention about flying objects and stuff like that?
You do now.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do we get one of those?
Well, she pretty much explained it. That we can make our own. Although I don't know how
I
easy
figured
to
it
get
out too.
giant's hair is, but other than that,
I have hair.
Yeah, look at Taurus and look at his long, luxurious mane of dark hair. That is
But we have-
that is a
we have-
vital resource in the Tablelands. They use that hair for everything.
We
Oh,
don't
really?
have giant. We
You're
don't
not
have giant
superstitious.
friends.
The shirt on your back might be made out of hair, just like Taurus's.
okay.
Is that what?
And we have giants that are our friends.
Is that what giant flying carpets are made of?
Yeah.
Oh.
You'd be surprised. Giant's hair is used. It's probably the most durable textile for making clothing, and it would be like the hemp of the Dark Sun world. It makes really good fabrics.
Make a barbershop.
It's not like silk that's high quality and comfy, but it is super durable
Interesting.
and also plentiful because it just grows on a giant's head. And giants are everywhere.
Yeah. We need a giant farm.
We do. It's at the fire shrine where we just sent all those giants.
We just feed them. So
No,
they can
that's what
grow
Taurus wants to make, is a little harem.
Yeah.
Not with those are all a bunch of men. Wait,
Hold on, what? I thought this is with what's her name?
Hey, see, I made it. Welcome back.
she is a special one actually, and according to ChatGPT, it is not ethical for me to think anything other than
Disdain.
romance with her. It has to be completely ethical romance. It cannot be anything like just mating with her.
What race is she?
Half giant.
Oh. Ooh.
You talking about Taurus's girlfriend?
No,
Right.
I'm talking about the priest.
The priestess is human.
Oh, she's human.
Is there a way is there a way to identify how powerful she is just by looking at her
Mm.
religion? Or
Roll an
something?
insight.
No. My natural is 15. Insight.
We're almost done with the day, guys.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
It's only been an
Okay.
hour and 14 minutes.
I'll give you advantage on this test if you cast Detect Magic first.
I get a 19.
19. You look her up and down. She's got some nice equipment. She is wearing an amulet. She's wearing a ring. There is a wand at her belt. She is rocking some magic items. So you can guess she's probably a leveled adventurer. She doesn't look like a novice. She's got decent equipment for somebody her age. Even though she's young, she seems really competent and brave and powerful enough to travel on her own in one of the most dangerous parts of the world. So you'd guess she's decently
Right.
strong.
Yeah.
How much did she pay for that meal I brought her?
She gave you 150, didn't she?
Well, she gave me for the floaters. She gave
Three
me
350s. Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
That's for the floaters.
So is she gonna stay on the boat or just leave?
She's just here for a meal and an exchange of information. Maybe ask some questions, and then she'll probably
Actually-
climb into her balloon and head off.
Hold
Well-
on. Wait a minute. She came from which way? Well, I don't know which way she came from. That wasn't mentioned. Did she possibly come from the east?
She's come from whatever direction the wind's going. It's probably moving from south to north because your magic is pushing it that way.
I will cast the Hero's Feast since we need to renew it.
Ooh, you give her a really good meal. She's so impressed by the food that you give to her. Like, she was expecting a decent meal because she's like a wealthy girl. She likes a meal that's worth maybe like a silver or something like that. But you give her a hero's feast, she'll be impressed.
Well, for a road traveler, this will always help.
I walk up with a bowl of soup of stew, and he's like, no. Hero's Feast. Boom! I'm like, oh, you're right. I take the
Magical
bowl of soup
soup.
I brought for her, and I eat the bowl of soup, and I'm like, all right, time to eat a Hero's Feast too. Then you sit next to me. We talk about Nibbany.
Well, I want to ask her a question though, since seems to be quite familiar with giants. And I would like to know if maybe she knows about some of these belts that makes people strong that are related to giants. And if maybe she know, like I'd like to know if she knows where I could maybe find one of those.
Hmm. She doesn't know too much about that. She's not much into crafting of magical items. It's not very useful for her exploration of the world. Her focus is usually on things like divination, wind control, and things that are going to help her research.
So can I do my thing now?
What do you want to do?
Take her to one side, tell her about the winged elephant.
Oh, interesting.
She starts laughing.
Roll a religion test. Let's see how good at proselytizing your religion to this wind cleric goes.
Oh, there you go. Can't be that hard.
Yeah, everybody re-roll your 2d10 for your extra help.
No. Am I at full health now?
There was just a rest in there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You probably didn't have a whole lot of damage, so I would assume so.
Damn.
There's a little bit of
Any
lag.
chance I could re-roll that?
You only rolled a 5
Maybe
plus
there is.
6.
Hold on there, Charlie.
You didn't roll it right in the first place.
Would this be an ability check?
No, it's a 2d10. Oh, you're
No, I
talking
mean,
about
would
the...
it-
Religion is a skill test based on wisdom
Intelligence.
Okay, so then
or intelligence.
would
Yeah,
have to apply
I suppose
that
it would be
roll.
intelligence. No, lucky you can apply to whatever.
Alright then.
I mean, isn't that correct?
Wait.
Let me look up the feat.
What's that?
Lucky feat.
Lucky says whenever you make an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw, you can spend a luck point to roll an additional d20.
Yeah. So, religion test is an ability.
Come on, roll a 20.
Spend one luck point when I spend.
That gives you an addition to whatever you rolled before.
No, it's a replacement.
Oh yeah?
It's like extra
Oh,
advantage.
okay. So maybe you get better than the 5.
Right.
Okay, so she's so impressed by your meal that after consuming it, she says, this calls for a celebration. And she pulls out a little pouch and a pipe. And she puts some of whatever's in the pouch into her pipe, and she takes a big long puff on it, and she hands it off to whoever is next.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Give it an extra spark.
All right.
I'll try it.
When you try it, roll a d4.
Oh, goodness gracious.
A D4. Not a con save?
Okay.
Is this an addictive drug?
It's
Wait,
not.
what do we have to make a con save? For
table
Addicted to
frozen.
crack now.
You don't know what it is yet. Calm down.
I got a 4.
All right.
I got a 3.
I guess I'll do that too.
4.
You gotta re-roll your religion check. So,
I must stay
Alright.
sober. And one of my magical items require soberness.
Means
Oh!
sobriety. Well,
There you go.
what's that?
You got a 26.
lucky!
What are you talking about?
Lucky luck.
Wait, I thought you were rolling
No,
a
not
d4.
20.
Z4. What are you talking about?
Oh, there wasn't a save.
His...
There's no save on this.
No. His... No.
This is religion check.
Oh, the religion check?
Religion check is a
Yeah, you
32.
re-rolled a
That's
20. Yeah.
For lucky.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she likes the idea of the flying winged elephant god. She says that this doesn't conflict with her beliefs. The iconography doesn't really matter, and she likes the way you describe it. And so maybe she'll take some of your words and apply them to her own religious practice. She isn't overly stuffy about her religion, sort of going with the flow.
Hey, you know, the God of Freedom is fine.
Okay, so the D4 is the hours of duration. So, Krios, 4 hours. You also get hit with a sleep spell for 22 hit points, which I don't think is enough to knock you unconscious. No. Okay, so you're under the influence of Dream Lily. Dream Lily is a potent hallucinogen.
Crap.
A small blue flower that is found only in certain areas of the desert. When consumed, Dream Lily induces a deep sleep that is filled with vivid dreams and hallucinations. The effects can last for several hours.
Is it considered as a poison?
No, it's not a poison. It's a drug.
Okay.
Users report feeling more rested and refreshed after waking up. So, you don't pass out, but you do feel incredibly restful after consuming this delicious meal and having the smoke. It does make you a little tired, but otherwise...
My watch. I'm going to bed.
Otherwise, you feel amazing when you smoke it.
That's awesome. I'll hang out outside and, I don't know, look at the stars, I guess.
Does it affect all of us the same?
Well, the D4 duration is different for each person. And the 5d8 of hit points could knock out some people, but not others.
I don't feel a thing.
Oh yeah, it barely touches your hit points.
Just immediately falls off.
Okay. So she really enjoyed the meal, and she enjoyed her smoke, and she hopes that you'll see each other again someday. She's going to climb back up the rope into her vehicle.
And then fall asleep up there, huh?
Yeah, she'll take a nap when she gets up there.
How much money does she give Britt? Or Grimorn?
Oh, for the food.
Oh, well, I don't know if you wanted payment. The Dream Lily is worth 100 ceramic pieces per dose, so she kind of considered that payment. If you ask for more,
that's good. No,
she's got coins.
No, I'm not charging.
oh, that's good then. Yeah, we're good.
All right.
No, it's a gift for a traveler.
If the meal was not so fine, she probably would have offered a coin for it, but she pulled out this special stuff to celebrate.
I like it.
True,
like I said, I tell her,
traveling,
tell her
you know.
if she waits for me in tier, I'll introduce her to Nibide, and we can go read together.
All right.
Maybe she can teach me how to read.
I was one day a hermit, and I don't know what it is
Hold
to
on.
be on your own in the desert.
Uh-huh.
Would she be willing to teach me how to read?
Teach you how to read. She'll tell you she's surprised that you even know the word to read or the concept. She's shocked. I've never seen a half-giant that knew about books. What a peculiar sight.
I just need a teacher.
She's going to do a detect magic on you and figure out that it's your headband pretty quick. She rolls a hefty 29 insight on you and figures out exactly what's going on here.
And I tell her I just want to learn.
Yeah.
I told her already about Nibide and how he told me he would teach me stuff and teach me how to learn and all that kind of stuff.
An academic half-giant. I never thought I'd see the day. This is curious. I definitely would like to meet you and learn about your progress in the future.
Like I said, when we go back to tier, I'm going to go to Nibide and learn. You're welcome to come with me.
She says, I might write a thesis on this. My professors will be so curious about this. What a strange thing.
Cool.
I really want to know what happens when he learns stuff and then takes off the circlet. Like, will he retain any knowledge? That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I'll just have really low rolls on when I do stuff.
Right.
It'd be like it'd be really fuzzy memories and stuff. Like I know stuff. Like I would assume I know stuff. I just wouldn't be able to recall stuff. You know.
Like if he takes it off and then has to do a, build something, like that, I'd be like, wait a minute, what? Well, how does this work again?
Taro.
Yeah.
Taro. You there?
Yeah.
Listen up. All right. When you're talking to her about religion, she's going to tell you the legend. The legend of the carpet. She says, I've actually seen a symbol like what you describe. There's a trader in Charvass that has this item for sale, but he swears that it's a cursed item and nobody wants to buy it.
Why would he swear that it's cursed?
Right, so he doesn't want anyone to buy it. That's interesting.
But
why would you advertise against yourself?
As opposed to locking it in his basement.
I've seen this thing before, and you might be interested in it, so I just thought I'd pass that information along. Keep your eye open when you see this particular shop, and she tells you where it is in Charvass.
Well, thank you. And I give him a bow.
Should we know about Charvass, actually?
I like this girl.
Yeah, I mean, do they have
pretty?
Yeah.
Do they have murderous? God damn it, Taurus. But is there anything for us to watch out for? In Charvass, are there rampaging gangs of hoodlums or rampaging merchant houses that want to steal you away in the night, or what is this?
She knows the Wind Cleric in Charvass, and she knows about this item that is for sale, this cursed item.
Oh yeah.
No, a Wind Cleric? Maybe we should go pay him a visit and say hello. That your hospitality and our hospitality was matched in kind.
She's going to tell you the mentor that she knows is named Thrain Thunderbeard, a dwarf cleric from Charvass.
Charvass?
Yeah.
Yeah, that piqued my interest right there too. Exactly. Is that that's where we're headed? So yes, having a friendly face in Charvass would be nice to have. You said Thunder what? Hold on, who?
I put it in the text chat. So Thrain Thunderbeard is a mentor of hers who lives in Charvass, and she tells Ringsight the legend of this carpet, which bears the sigil of the winged elephant. She didn't think much of it when Thrain told her about it. Thrain doesn't think much of it because nobody will buy the damn thing, but maybe you'll be interested.
Okay, well, written down.
Holy shit. He's got another artifact.
Flying carpet?
Oh.
Alright.
It's one of those DC 20 religion check type things. What's her name again? So I can write that down.
Alright, so
Yeah, write that down too. Yeah. Our inventor lady.
Takana. Takanna. Takana, the cleric of the wind.
Takana.
Oh,
That's pretty cool. That was really cool.
yeah. If we can get our flying ship, that would be awesome.
Well, what I was thinking about was, okay, I kind of expect to have a military campaign in the somewhat near future. I don't know if Nibene and Tyr can take on Uruk, but I don't know.
Not yet, maybe.
I'm a former soldier, and I want to make sure Tyr survives. So
Hamanu has destroyed other sorcerer kings in battle. Like there was a kingdom adjacent to Hamanu, adjacent to Uruk, and it is a ruin. The ruin of Gustanel, he flattened that place and killed everyone. So if that's the guy you want to fight,
we gotta take over Gulg first. Burn the tree.
Okay, what happened?
Okay. Also, I'm sorry, but Ultrarook, where I'm from, they have a sorcerer king.
So I'm gonna
small town.
hang on. The angle's a little weird. Do you see Yarmouk here?
Yeah.
So
That one's toast.
Guistanel is near Yarmouk. It's in the desert here, but it's no longer a habitated place.
Oh.
There's nothing but dead there.
Alteruk is a fort.
Nothing but
It's not a
dead.
full town.
Alteruk. Okay, so where I'm from is just a fort that.
It's like just southeast of Tyr, down the road.
So are we affiliated? Is Alteruk affiliated with anybody?
Merchants.
Yeah.
Fucking merchants. God damn it.
Yeah.
It's just like an outpost for.
Yeah, there's giants over there too, as well in that area. They're known for fighting giants.
It's a trade route, so there's a lot of mercenaries along this coastline here. The inlet where the Silt Sea cuts in towards Alteruk here, the mercenaries of Alteruk fight the giants and protect the tradeways a lot along here.
Well. All right. So. All right. I got enough now. To chew on.
So she climbs up the rope and hops back into the basket, and she's waving goodbye to everybody, saying how much of a wonderful time she had, and she's happy to have met all of you. And while she's talking, she's interrupted by the screech. The screech of
Louder.
The fire drake that came back for revenge.
a flock of razor wings descending out of the clouds. The razor wings see the trapped floaters as an easy meal. All right, so rolling initiative.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yes.
Yeah. Can
For
you
me,
reset?
action.
I kind of feel like she needs our protection on the way home. Well, she doesn't have a home, I guess, but still.
She gets an extra 2d10 health point.
All right,
Ninja.
that's true.
The
Two,
Eros
is it
feast,
2d10 or is it?
Wow, she got 16 bonus hit points. Not bad.
There you go. Do we get disadvantage being stone like... Oh, no, that's after. Okay.
Oh shoot! I was going to bed, wasn't I?
In real life, or
No,
From
from being stoned.
Daisy. You know.
For being dazed and confused.
Yeah. For reals.
Love how you said that.
Yeah. That was very fair.
All right, everybody put in your initiatives.
Yes.
Wait, sounds like Soul.
Yeah,
So-
I've been here for a while.
All right.
You're richer.
What's your initiative, Tara?
You are. Well, I didn't roll mine yet.
15.
All right, we got to put that on this token here. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. C is good. Long is good. What you got, Joe?
Hold on. Rolling.
May I ask how high up she is?
Her balloon is suspended 20 feet up. The balloon itself is 20 feet tall. So 40 feet to the top of the balloon, and the razor wings are coming down from an additional 30 feet above that.
Well, shoot. That's like not much lead time.
That's like 70 feet up.
Yeah.
Is it?
But it's easily something that I could go ahead and teleport to. As long as I don't, stab. As long as I stab the basket and not one of the floater bags. With my teleporting dagger.
Are the floaters strong enough that I can stand on them?
Not a chance. Although if you wanted to ground her, maybe that's something you want to do. I don't know. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Everybody got quiet, huh?
Yeah, I'm setting stuff up.
Oh, okay.
How
So
many
we
razor
always
wings
have
are there?
our ESP going, and I say, I'm going up there to help protect her device.
Well, if I can't get up there, I'll probably bring the device down to me. I'll grab the basket and jump in.
Don't rip it down.
Okay. This isn't super accurate. Little bit of theater of the mind is required, so just to give you an indication of the positions, there is a balloon floating 20 feet above the deck, and up above that, coming in at a steep angle, is diving razor wings, letting out a battle cry screech.
That's a big ass bird.
And this indicates a bunch of razor wings in a little swarm, not just one creature, and it doesn't look anything like this figurine. We're just going to use that for the hit points of the swarm. And they do not have a sword, so do not even consider that. It's nothing like what it appears.
They're so much less cool now.
I know, right? If the razor wings learn how to use swords, you guys might be in trouble.
How high are the razor wings from the balloon?
30 feet, he said.
Yeah, so total about 70 feet up. You guys all rolled your initiative. You're all good, right? I can hit it.
Yeah.
All right, let's find out who goes first. Looks like Sia.
Hey.
All right, who's in charge of the timer? This is your time. Click it.
All right.
Timer.
Combat total starting now.
There's a timer. What?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we're-
we decided people take too long, so we're on timers now.
Sia Soul is.
Yeah, you're running out of time, man.
I'm going to I'm gonna fire an arrow at one of the horde. But how many is it? A horde?
Yeah, horde of razor wings. There's 4 of them flying down towards the balloon.
Oh, that's
They're
what
in
I
a
sorted, huh?
they're in a V formation. They're making a noise as they dive down.
Dude.
Shatter, you can hit them all.
I want to use the rune on my bow as well. Also to hit. That is a 18.
18. That'll hit.
Okay. D8. Nine damage. Also, because of the rune, that is another D12.
Kapow! Hit with an arrow.
$21 damage.
Nice. All right, you hit one of the razor wings. It tumbles in the air and falls into the silt.
I'm gonna bonus action bardic inspiration. Just the map accurate for who's there.
Yeah, I think so.
Need to
No, Or's here.
go to bardic inspiration morgue.
I mean, it's mostly because people didn't move after the giant situation.
Morgue bardic inspiration.
Okay. There's about 70 feet in there, and
Oh, you're done, Sol?
Yes.
Cool. Now it's Morg's turn.
since we had a... Yeah, can you hear me?
Reset the timer.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Where's the timer?
It's near my area.
Is it the clock or?
Yeah, the clock.
We're still showing 2 minutes 50.
There you go.
2 minutes 15 for Soul.
Since we took a long rest, I'm gonna transform into an air elemental and fly up the 70, probably all 90 feet since it's kind of diagonal, and I'm just going to. I don't think I can. Can I use the whirlwind effect on this mob of creatures or no?
Sure.
That would fling them. Okay.
Yeah, there's only a few of them. They don't take up that much space.
It'd be funny if she did control elementals on
Actually, no, never mind. That's not even that good. I'm just gonna double whack it. I'm gonna swing on all of them, swat them all out of the sky.
All right. They're diving, they're zigging, they're zagging. Armor class 15.
Okay, so bonus actions changed.
Yeah. Right on the money.
Oh wait, it's supposed to be +8 to hit, so it's actually 18. And that one did not hit. Or can I use the was it the inspiration thing after I roll the hit, or is it after the before?
I am not entirely sure.
Inspiration, you can do it after.
Okay, it's a D8, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, both hit.
All right. Give me some damage.
I can't. I'm not raging because I already used my bonus, so it's gonna be 48 plus 10.
What's that? 58?
48 plus 10.
Oh, I see. Not 48.
34 points of wind damage. I blow them in the opposite direction with my fists.
Great.
Air kings.
A couple of solid slams. You send them tumbling in the air, out of control, folding their wings in.
All right. That's my movement, bonus action, action. So that's my turn. Razor wings.
All right. The razor wings were diving towards the balloon, but now they're under attack by the wind itself, so they're going to thrash and claw at the wind for all they're worth. The razor wings can make multiple attacks, so they're about to make 6 attacks on you.
Morg, your turn was 2 minutes 55 seconds.
Wow, those are some terrible rolls. The best one I have here is a 16. Does a 16 hit? I don't think it does.
It does. My AC is 15 as an air elemental.
Oh, wow. All right. So in your air elemental form, you are only hit 1 time. And it claws you for 8 damage, which you cut in half.
Yeah.
Now, one of them, while making the attack, rolled a 1. And the crit fail is going to have consequences. So let's find out what those are.
Demoralize all of them.
Okay, if you do damage, you're going to get an additional 2d6 damage.
Specifically me or the party?
Against the razor wing. The next damage dealt against it gets an extra 2d6.
Okay, so just whoever hits it.
I'll work on that one when it's my turn.
What's
Which
a
is it now?
razor wing?
So that was the razor wings, Orin. What do you do?
Okay. Now there's a feint action I can use as a swift, right? So I can either feint or teleport up. But at this point, they're
Oh,
close
you
enough for
reset
me to
this.
go ahead and hit my side knife, right? So can I feint?
Feint, finesse. Before you make an attack with a finesse melee weapon that you are proficient with. I don't think you can feint with a thrown weapon.
How about this? Could I use my psi knife to also teleport onto a razor wing and then, grapple with it and pull it to the ground?
Do you want to like teleport above the balloon and use it as like
No,
a
so
landing
what
pad or
happens?
something?
What happens is when you use a psi knife, you throw a dagger and then you teleport to the dagger.
Yeah, just like Final
So-
Fantasy. I get the concept. I'm just like wondering about how you're gonna land. It's fine if
Okay,
you want to
so-
do that. Yeah.
I won't get advantage on this roll for my attack roll, and I won't get sneak attack damage, but I might be able to still take it out of commission. Here's my hit. It's a 20.
Yeah.
Do I get to go ahead and now it's going to be athletics, right? Or acrobatics, I think you said.
You want to try to grapple it and hang on?
Grapple it, yeah.
Sure.
So athletics, because it's an aggressive one, I can't use acrobatics. And that's going to be a 13.
13. All right. So it's going to evade your grapple, but it does take the damage from your initial hit. How much damage does your dagger do?
That's going to be a forthcoming d6 plus 4. So 7 damage, and I'm about to be falling, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then here is my acrobatics check to reduce damage. And that's going to be my turn. Minimum roll is a 22. No, sorry. 24.
24? All right.
And that's my turn.
2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Ouch. 21 damage.
What? Oh my god. Okay, that was a bad idea.
Are you using your body equilibrium to stop yourself from sinking into the silt?
Yes.
Okay. So you hit the silt as if it's concrete from 70 feet up. You land with a tuck and roll, but it still hurt.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like a, 5-foot story drop?
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Ouch.
Hey, well, hold on. They're not 70 feet up anymore. They dove on the lady.
Well, where I stopped, where they appeared on the scene, they were 70 feet up, and they haven't. Well,
But it was
They
their turn.
didn't.
They did go.
They didn't
had to
move
attack
because they
the
were
balloon
attacking
somehow.
me.
yeah, that's
They
right.
had
That's
to
right.
attack the balloon somehow.
No, they didn't attack the balloon.
They were attacking Morg. I'm an air elemental. I flew up to them.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, they were attacking me.
There we go. Well, it is what it is. It happened.
Taurus.
I want to, if the balloon is 20 feet up, the basket's like right on the deck, right?
Well, it's at the basket would be like 25 feet up.
Okay, I want to activate my ring of jumping first, and then I will jump up and grab the basket and
Okay.
try to pull it down to the deck.
You pull the basket down, giving it a little extra distance from the razor wings.
And I prepare an action to
Oh
throw
my gosh.
my war pick. Oh shit! Sorry, I forgot to start my timer. My bad, guys.
No, you're
Prepare
fine.
an
You're
action
fine. I forgot
To
something.
throw my war pick, and if the razor wing comes close enough to the balloon, I'm gonna throw my war pick
Okay.
at it.
Yeah.
And I got 2 attack. Well, 1 attack I guess was to grapple the thing, so I have 1 attack left. And that'll be my turn.
Yeah, I was just gonna count it as an interact.
Okay.
You just jump up and you have it in your hand.
Alright, well I have 2 attacks then.
Okay.
Done.
Ring sight. What do you do, Taro?
Yes. Let's see. How alive are these things?
They've taken 62 damage. At least one of them is dead.
Wait, is that? Okay, that's just representing the thing. I'm like,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
laser wings
As I
do
initially
anything?
described, you'll have to use your imagination. There's 4 razor wings that are in a little cluster in a dive, represented by the one figurine.
Okay then. What kind of action is it to summon the air elemental?
Unaction. Full action.
Okay. Can I tell the other Terax to attack?
No, you can't control that one yet. It's not trained, but you can have Omen go attack.
Alright. I'm sending him in, and then I'm also calling the air elemental.
All right. I mean, you could probably summon the air elemental, what is it, like within 90 feet, I think? So you can park it right next to the thing and have it do its action right away.
Yes, please.
Aight.
And I'll just have it do the whirlwind. DC 13, strength save. Okay, please do that.
Okay. It resists.
All of them?
Yeah. I rolled a 15.
Okay. Then they take... I think nothing.
All right. You blow on them. They flap vigorously and prevent themselves from moving.
Oh. Oh, wait, no, they take half the damage. Which is 3 8 plus 2. That's 10 damage. And then Omen makes an attack. Claw bite. Claw bites. Alright.
Claw bite. Full attack.
Hits and miss and hits. Wait. Yes, hit.
Okay, give me a claw and a bite damage.
$15.
Nice. All right. You lay into these birds. Giving them a thrashing.
End of turn.
Takana is going to shout, "You won't get my balloon!" And then she conjures a sickle that appears adjacent to the razor wings, and then the sickle makes an attack. And the razor wings split apart so that the sickle flies in between them, spinning and hitting none of them. She lets out a little disappointed, "Damn it!" And her magic weapon failed to hit. That's her turn. Chris, what do you do?
Fireball.
You explode them out of the sky.
Our guys are in there.
I'm in there! Ah!
They roll a 17 on their dexterity save, which is not enough.
You fell.
They were close, though.
Wait, what's the dex save?
19.
19. But I hit them. Are you right in the middle of them?
Yeah, I engulfed them.
No.
You're gonna get knocked out of your form by a fireball.
Punching them.
Your damage resistance doesn't
17,
count against
so
this.
I also take the full damage.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. You're gonna hit the ground just like Oren did.
Yeah, I messed up.
You might need
I
Orin to
forgot-
catch you.
Well, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm rolling all the ones and the twos.
Wouldn't that also hit Omen, though?
I'm re-rolling 2 of them.
He can aim it so it only hits the razor wings directly. It's only hitting along because he's in them.
+5.
Okay.
42 fire damage.
Bam! 42 damage. The razor wings are all dead. All of them. There's a bunch of cooked chicken falling out of the sky right now. Chicken.
Chicken wings.
I catch it.
Is that it?
They
Goes into the silt.
they explode.
So we're done.
Yeah, that encounter was a basic one. Nothing to worry about. You guys handled it
Our
quick.
encounter was-
I have
encounter
a
was
55 HP now.
18 minutes 45 seconds for our whole encounter.
Nice.
Not bad.
That's 1 round.
So the encounter was Takana and her balloon. The razor wings are just part of it.
But still, I was present for that entire encounter.
Are we still in combat?
Yeah.
Are we still in combat?
Ninja.
No, we all got 1 round in, and it ended.
And everyone did something until Grimorn just handled the entire thing.
Explosively. Well, that was a really minor encounter against basically just an eagle. It's like you blew up some eagles.
Right.
Yeah, everyone averaged about 2 minutes or so.
Yeah,
2.5 minutes.
we're doing good.
No, it was good. I was good. I think that this is good.
Okay, so Takana is thankful that you protected her balloon, and she says, I could have handled that, but not as quickly as you all did. She's going to look at Grimorn and say, Priest of Fire, I've heard your sword is dangerous, but it's good to have you on my side.
As long as you don't play with water, I'm fine.
Yeah. All right. Fire and wind can get along.
Did I create a giant fire tornado when the fireball hit me?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
A little
You made the fireball more powerful.
little tornado of fire.
That'd be cool looking. Except for the fact that you're burning and you're like, ow.
A lot of the wind spells will actually blow out torches and candles, but I don't know about fireball. That might be beyond the scope of a little bit of wind.
It becomes a fire turbine.
Yeah. Okay, so
It's off in the distance. I'm guessing going northwest, as you said.
that's at the end of that day, going into the night. So then the next thing is going to be into the morning of day 9, which will be your last day of travel. So Charvass is in the distance. You gotta get through the day, and you're going to arrive. You're making really good time. That's what the captain says. The dwarves are in good spirits.
Would that have been the night after the wrestling match? Would that night have been the wrestling match?
Sure, probably.
Cool. I get the Silt Strider long spear. Yay!
And today's also the day that the crafting on the armor will be completed.
Finally.
Yes. I want to start playing with the Silt Strider today. After I wake up, I want to attune with it. Like I'm gonna sleep with it tonight, like during the day, and see if I can try to attune to it.
All right.
Just,
I would like to use the navigator's room and use the mirror to spy on the earthquake bodyguard.
oh, this thing doesn't require an activation. But I'm just gonna sleep with it anyways. Not know. Oh, that's awesome. It doesn't require activation.
Was my roles at all part of making that armor?
I don't think so. I know some magic had to be applied to it every day that Long was providing. And the dwarves were crafting it.
I'm pretty darn good at crafting.
I mean, you could certainly help. I mean, whoever wants to do crafting can go in there and assist. The more hands that are on it, the faster it gets done.
Yeah.
I threw in
Well, if
10
I
of the
help
dwarves.
craft it, if I help
kinda
to
feel
craft
like
it,
they
can I
Well,
like
it's the day, right? We're finished the day.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody helps extra, it'll just get done earlier in the day than it would normally.
So
Not
our
a
day
chance
was
for,
about
masterwork.
Oh yeah, it has to be masterwork for its enchantments and everything.
2 hours long, guys.
And this will be the final day. Let's see if you can go a little bit faster.
wait,
you
hold
I would
you
on.
like to find
If
out
I
where the current sites are.
where who?
if I help with the
The
process, can I use
the
can I
Urkite.
use the
Uh,
if I help with the process, can I use the empower feat to like it says it gives me psionic item crafting, but I don't know exactly how that works.
You have to craft an item. You have to have downtime and materials, and then you can use that feat in order to craft an
I'm
item
saying
using psionics.
If I help craft the item, can I use the thing?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's no roll. There's nothing to it. You're just helping craft.
but yeah, I wanted to check in on the Urkite,
Psionic?
the bodyguards.
With the mirror.
Yeah, with the mirror.
Yep.
I have the Defiler's book.
Are they at Charvass or are they still en route? Basically, is the question,
They
right?
should be behind us at this point since we've been making pretty good time.
They have to go around the peninsula. You guys are taking a shortcut, so you're going to get there a lot faster. If you look at the map,
At the start, they were like a day or two ahead of us.
Yeah.
So we might have caught up to the point that we're like a full day ahead of them now. So if we want to try to set up a trap, we have an opportunity to do so.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for my revenge.
mm-hmm.
They led us to die in that cage over there.
They did.
They don't deserve anything.
Is anybody able to see that timer thing I put?
I don't. Okay, if we set up a trap and kill them, is Hamanu going to come after us in Tyr?
Oh, that would definitely piss off Hamanu. Those are his men, and they're on a mission that Hamanu wants to get done. However, if
we'll get the mission done for him.
if you guys complete the mission, Hamanu will be happy anyway. He'll just be down a few of his best men.
He doesn't have to know how they died.
Well,
There's no survivors.
I think he'd.
Survive, if we survive
Don't
and they
you
don't,
want to
we'll
make
figure
one
it
of
out.
those?
He's not a fool. I think he'd figure it out pretty quick.
Yeah.
He probably has
They're just
like
weak.
seeing eye type stuff, anyways.
Right, 9th, 10th
Well,
level
monitoring the
divination.
Well, his people are checking in occasionally using magic, so they have the direct connect to Hamanu. They can talk to him through prayer.
They right now think that we are dead. They have no idea
Right.
that we exist.
Hang on.
This is
then
the
hold on,
only
didn't
and
you-
perfect
Put a new
time to
timer
jump
here.
on them.
You were supposed to be volcano food right now.
Didn't Taurus want to like get it on with one of those?
Yes.
Who
yes.
cares?
Well, we can't
We're-
kill them
we're-
all then, can we?
We're here to dash Taurus's dreams. No, I just don't think we need to go ahead and engage.
So here's the thing: if we don't ambush them, there's a chance that we get ambushed during.
Oh
our
yes,
encounter.
most definitely.
They are a threat. They're in the way of our mission. We don't need them.
So we either have to get rocking and rolling and get done with our mission immediately, no stopping for anything, or we have to take advantage of our surprise.
And one of them is a
Look.
defiler.
Look, what if we get to the point where we're about to reach the scroll or whatever's going to magically stop this psionic wave, and it's in the possession of some bigger bad, some greater defiler that does not want this to stop. Okay.
Most likely.
And the time comes when we want to have the Urakites on our side. It could happen that way. So let's not, count our Kank's feet before they hatch, and find the actual mission first. We're not setting up an ambush just yet.
I don't agree.
Well, I'm sorry, but tactically, if they are still
Tactically,
bound,
waiting for them to attack us again.
if they are still bound by their liege's orders to,
They want us dead.
they do.
They turned on us.
They,
They've already
they,
turned on us, man.
they want us dead. They have attacked us. They have betrayed us. And you think we depend on them?
Look, maybe I missed that. Maybe I missed. Okay. Look,
And one of
okay.
them is a
Really,
defiler, and I'm sure they are pro merchants.
I like that.
that is the best little add-on. It's like, and by the way, they're left-handed. Like,
Yeah.
it's just whatever.
Look, they literally left you to rot in a giant prison
Oh yeah.
to be sacrificed.
So what
Which I was
exactly
never
is the
really
debate
thinking about
going
that.
on right now? I'm a bit puzzled.
What to do
Whether
next?
to kill all of them or to save them for possible weird encounter where we have to join
First of
forces.
all,
What
we
makes
gotta
you
ask one more
believe?
question.
What makes you
How
believe that
long
they're?
is he gonna?
All right, I'm back.
How long is Captain Ashra gonna be here? Is he gonna wait for us? Finish our little thing we got going on? Because we didn't tell him we were having a mission. By the way, we kind of just said we were on
the
the
way.
ride with you.
Well,
Yeah,
keep in mind, he did tell his crew they could take 2 days of leave in Charvass when they get there.
What makes you believe that they even want to deal with us? What makes you believe that they want to work with us? What makes you believe that we're gonna be able to team up with them?
Look,
I'll interject in character that no matter what happens, you can't kill my wifey.
right. Moving on.
She-
That kind of
She
depends
told
on her,
me-
big guy.
She told me, if I see you again, I'll have your baby. So,
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I
she
got
didn't
it.
make any of us promises though that she's not gonna kill us. So if she tries to kill us, we're
Look,
sorry
I
about
go
that one.
first. I go first. You go second.
You have a wife?
Did they sell gunpowder in massive ton in Charvass? Because I'll take care of them in one shot.
Well, you haven't gotten there yet, but yes.
Wait, you're serious?
That was a surprisingly prescient guess that you just made there.
We have a fire ballista.
Oh my god.
We can set up a ballista ambush on them.
Okay, this is that meme that you probably saw in the D&D stuff circulating around about the pirate ship and the gunpowder.
No.
No? Okay, moving on. Moving on. Never mind.
No.
No idea what you're talking about. So we're on our way to Charvass. Are we near the port? Can we see it?
Saying outside of Charvass, we can set up an ambush, and we can neutralize these guys. We don't have to kill them all. We kill the defiler, and probably a couple of them, and keep some of them alive, and make them turn. You know, the one dude was really nice to us. What was I forgot which one it was, but there was one of them that was really nice to us, who actually helped us with killing all the what were they called? The things that were in the tunnels that we did the fire shrine at. Come on, guys.
I don't recall what you're talking about.
Me
We
neither.
went to go save the villagers.
I have to use the
They all
bathroom.
just-
I'm gonna go
I
AFK
thought
for a minute.
I thought all of them just left because they were saying like we don't need to save the villagers. They're
One of the
like, not worth
guys,
our time.
one of them stayed and helped us.
No. None of them stayed. They all left.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they all left.
I'm telling you, one of them.
None of them stayed. The one person that stayed
Scrolling
was
up.
the one lady, the one girl.
Yeah, from Tyr, like she was one of the survivors. She went with us, not any of the Urkites.
Oh. Maybe you're right.
There's nothing good about them. They're all rotten to the core.
Look, I'm just saying, we can't kill the girl. Can't kill my half giant.
Well, she tries to hit one of us and she's down.
Yeah,
No.
like if she'll surrender,
I
I'm
didn't say you
fine
couldn't.
with sparing her. But if she's not gonna play
I did
nice and
not
just
say
only
you
have her
couldn't.
babies,
I didn't say
we're
you
gonna have
couldn't
issues.
down her. I said knock her out. I did not say kill.
Hey,
I say do not kill her.
Ninja.
Knock her out, no kill.
Ninja's AFK.
That is
Right.
okay suggestion.
She be my wife.
She said she'd have your baby. She didn't say she was gonna marry you, man. there's a bit of a difference there.
She ignored you
It's same.
every single second that you've been around her.
Am I missing context here?
Same. It's same.
Okay, the context is we were locked in the jail cell. They were getting released, and we were still in the jail. And Taurus said we're gonna get out, and she laughed at us and said if we do get out alive, and they see us again, she was gonna have Taurus's baby.
Wait, are these the people from Uruk?
Yeah, these are Urk's top bodyguards.
Oh, these were the people that when we were captured by the giants, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deals with
Now,
it?
Taurus, what makes you think that they're going to follow through on that?
A deal to be.
Because she has honor. Duh.
And what told you that?
Because she's half giant. Duh. Half giant champion. She's strong.
And remember when they left us here to die?
That was not very honorable.
All you see all the Gremorn right now is steam coming out of the reports of his body.
All I'm saying is, don't kill my girl. That's all I'm saying.
I thought.
Don't kill my girl. That's all I'm saying.
I'm back.
Cough, and I look at Gremorn with his steam and I say, don't kill my girl.
Ulrig.
Don't touch my kill.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back and look up.
Ulrig the Strong, the prettiest half-giant lass in the land.
Wait, I wanted to... Ninja, I wanted to ask a question.
Sure.
Based on my experience with them, what is the moral character of each member of that group?
Of Hamanu's people, they all serve Hamanu. Hamanu is God. He is their king. He's their lord and master. They operate like Templars do. You know, they are kind of spoiled. The Templars are the priest class, and they consider themselves better than everybody else because they get powers directly from their god Hamanu. Hamanu is a war god, so he respects strength on the battlefield, so all of his people are competent fighters, decent leveled classed people. The halfling is peculiar among them as being, you know, halflings play by their own rulebook. The halfling in the group is probably the least evil, caring more about nature than anything else. And then Jaren the Black is a defiler, so he's probably the most evil out of the group. But the Templars could definitely give him a run for his money. And the elf is a jerk and a rogue and a backstabber, so he's pretty evil too. The Thrycreen is just alien and violent, just straight up murderer and wouldn't even think about it. So his morality is non-existent.
What about Mr. Quick?
Oh yeah, that's the elf.
Arameo, I think it was, right?
Arameo the elf. Yep.
I was nice to him. That's unfortunate. For some
Well.
reason, I imagined him like with a monkeyish design.
I was nice to them.
Well, I mean, he's not necessarily evil, but he is a rogue.
I cured them of their poisons and their.
It's probably chaotic neutral.
I don't know. You missed some of the early game, but elves have never been friendly to anybody in this game.
No.
Yeah.
It's probably chaotic neutral.
So, like, I wouldn't call him evil, but he's definitely a jerk.
I can't find the names, but here's the image again.
So, are we in accord then? We kill them all minus the lady.
I like it.
No.
No, who else are we sparing?
You have a surrender, maybe?
The halfling seems viable.
Halflings?
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to look up
Aren't they cannibals?
Yeah.
Okay, so just a refresher.
They also usually don't work.
Hamanu's party was Ulrig the Strong, the female half-giant gladiator. Let me scroll this down here. Then there was Chitek-Chire, the Thrycreen fighter. Then there was Tyrion, Tyrian, the female human Templar. Then there was Thoviderak, the male human Templar.
Kill him, for sure.
Then there was Arameo, the Quick, the male elf water hunter.
Kill him too.
And then there was Dokula, the halfling fighter, also a psionic sorcerer. I thought it was Dokula that you got along with.
Yeah, she and I kind of had a little thing going on.
And then last
Wasn't
is
that the person who stole your stone thing?
She did.
last was Jared the
Or
Dark.
Arameo.
So Jared the Dark is the human male defiler.
Kill him too.
So that pretty much covers the whole group.
Okay, so just noting them down
Yeah,
for my own.
We can
Spare
throw
the
whole
halflings,
batch.
spare the halflings.
No, we can throw the whole batch out.
Okay, so you guys are just standing on the deck thinking about your strategy for defeating these people here.
Wait, who was the female one? No, the not the half giant or the halfling, the other one. Who was like something
Dokula?
commandish.
Tyrion.
Dokula. Oh.
Third from the left. Third from the left.
What was she?
Tyrion.
A human. A human.
No, what was she?
A Templar.
A human.
Yeah.
Cleric of Hamanu.
Complete right is probably that defiler.
The clerics of Hamanu wear these sort of like white and gold robes. They're really stuck up.
And the defiler is the one that is
Okay,
on the. far right.
Yeah, the vampire-looking dude on the end. He's sold his soul to destroy the planet for magical power. The evilest of the bunch by far.
Okay, I marked down the plan for 2 of them, or four of the 7.
The Thrycreen. Kill the Thrycreen too.
If you can. He's a tough one.
What
Okay.
about the quickling?
So, just to speed things along, nothing happens today. So, you go on watch, you don't find anything. Time passes, we arrive in Charvass.
Okay.
Okay, so
Identify,
that's
Train
identify,
Charvass
for the
identify.
day.
Oh,
Are
one
we
at a
still
time.
planning?
No.
Okay.
We're
We are
doing
15 minutes of planning.
But the identify spell.
Yeah, we already did that at the very, very beginning of today, so you'll have to wait for the day in Charvass.
Have we identified the? What are we identifying next?
The dagger, the sword, what else you got?
Gonna do the sword first.
But that'll be when you get into Charvass, you can do that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, so
Whatever.
I'm gonna in the Discord. I'm gonna link the item shops because I did a Charvass item shop.
Items. Just get some items.
Tours.
Everybody go shopping.
I have a new strategy. You chuck giant barrels of gunpowder over their
And we
head,
launched
and I
the fire
explode it
ballista.
with a fireball.
All right,
Or
so
that.
this is a little bit hectic usually. So what I want to do is I want Jodab, if you would, can you put it in turns, and we'll go down one by one, and everybody can do something. So when you arrive in Charvass, the captain gives the crew leave, and the crew is going to go out and disperse into Charvass. And the captain is going to go hang out with his cousin, Trenbul Al-Ramki, who runs Charvass. So that's what the captain's going to go do.
Do we want to have a special order? Want to do initiative for these turns, or what?
Oh wait, I'm going through the list right now.
Nah, we can just use the in-game turn thing. It's easier. Just whenever you're done with your thing, just click the end turn.
I'll hold my turn to the end. I'm not sure what we're doing yet.
Okay, you're not sure what you want to do, pass it along. So Morg, the ship, has parked itself at the docks of Charvass, and here you see all the dwarves scrambling to get out and go party.
I first don my new fire drake hide. Wait, is it done at this point?
Oh yeah, yeah, they finished it
Oh yeah,
hours
I don
ago.
my new fire drake hide armor then,
Nice.
and I will stroll around wearing it in as I just walk around feeling it new, fresh.
Okay.
And
Around town, you'll notice that there's nothing but dwarves. Everybody you see in this entire town is a dwarf. All of them are Maratuk dwarves. The Maratuk dwarves are a little bit peculiar. They're not quite like the other dwarves. The sailor dwarves stand out among the Maratuk dwarves. These are volcano dwarves. The old dormant volcano here has been mined for generations by these dwarves. All of the dwarves have a very thick accent that makes them difficult to understand. And they all have custom and a way of doing things that is unique to these dwarves here. And they even sort of stand apart from the other dwarves. They'll indicate that they're like a whole other breed, and they don't really have the usual camaraderie that dwarves have amongst each other.
or are these like the angry kind of drunk dwarves?
No. They are the very hardworking but very primitive dwarves. They don't care about much at all, except mining their obsidian and eating some good meals and drinking some good drink.
Do they have any kind of celebrations in this area?
Oh, indeed we do have celebrations in this area, the dwarves will tell you. We're not having one right now, but occasionally we do have raucous parties every so often. Every 3 months or so.
When would be the next one?
It's a long way off. It's a long way off. I don't watch the moons, but if I were of the sort to pay attention to that sort of thing, I'd tell you specifics, but I think it's many weeks away.
I see. Well, thank you. Is there anything that we should be wary of while me and my recent shipmates that we came in? Any particular things we should be worried about in this city? Any laws, any dangerous areas
Actually,
we shouldn't be roaming into?
hang on a second. So everybody grab your figurine off the table here. I'm going to change maps.
Okay.
Yeah. New map. Finally.
Been on this boat for weeks.
I can't move omens, so. Also, I wanted to get that axe identified before we got off the ship.
Okay, so when your turn comes up, instead of getting off the ship, you're going to ask the dude to identify it.
Yes. Actually, the dagger rather than the axe. Not be able to use that.
So where's the other ballista?
I put next to your character the magic ballista of fire on your back.
Oh, okay. I'll put this in
Is Ringside on here? Did you get him off the table?
No. Yeah, he's off on the side.
Okay, we're good then. I will change maps. Pack it up, pack it in.
Let me begin. Are we still on Morg's turn? Okay.
I'm not sure, because Ninja was trying to change maps. I don't know if I was supposed to do something.
I paused your timer until we figure that out. Ooh, it's a town. Ah, it's a town.
This is a pretty big town. I mean, not as big as Tyr, but
This protagonist starting town level of the town.
What's a award's handy Eversack?
That thing.
It's like a bag of holding.
But it's
Similar.
But it's optimized so that whenever you think of what you need, it supplies it. It's just makes it very easy to get things out.
It's mostly for throwing weapons and javelins. It's got like these pouches for javelins and spears and things to come out of. I think you can fit a bow into it as well.
Yeah.
Can you wear like this clothing plus armor and get the armor bonus?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, hang on. There's NPCs with each of these shops, so before you browse too hard on your turn, you should actually interact with the shopkeeper. So, Morg,
It's expensive.
if you disembark, you're on the shoreline where all these dwarves are. You're near the river inn. Many of the dwarves are headed directly to the river inn so they can party. They are going to start a huge celebration. The hugest celebration in this town's seen in a while. They just got paid, and they're here to drink.
fantastic! I was getting bored on the ship. I want to do something lively. What do you guys do for a party around here?
Okay, they're going to go in there and they are going to sing dwarven sea shanties until 4 a.m. while drinking lots and lots of booze.
Oh yeah, I go days and marching. Going to 4 a.m. is nothing.
Is that your thing then? You're going to go into the bar, drink with the dwarves, enjoy the party?
I cannot be drinking, but I will love to sing and dance with them.
All right.
Dance.
You take part in the celebration. The dwarves are happy to no longer be out at sea and to have a couple days to relax and spend their money. Also, after fighting so many terrible monsters, they have many stories to tell with the local Maratuk dwarves, who are simple folk and will respond with amazement when you tell them of the giant sea monsters that you contend with to get out here.
Yes, especially the fire drake and its baby, and I wear the baby.
Wear the baby.
You wear its skin. The baby skin is just right.
So supple and soft.
Alright, oh yes, but, did the person ever answer my question about if there was any, like, shady part of town that we should kind of stay away from?
Don't think so. We
Or
Maratuk
any other
dwarves are a lawful people. You won't find much crime in these parts.
He was talking about the...
Are there any non-dwarves living in the settlement that cause trouble, though?
Ha! The only person here who's not a dwarf is old Trenbull.
Yeah.
Close enough to be an honorary dwarf. He lives among us. He dresses as we do, respects our ways.
Does he also partake in your ways?
He enjoys the celebrations plenty.
Yeah, I see. Well, that's nice to know. Maybe I'll meet him. but we're only in town for a short while.
He points out the window. You can see his house from here. Quite nice it is. We built it. The local stonemasons guild. We chipped in and we built a very fine mansion for him. They're all
the mayor.
Yeah, the mayor. They're all real proud of their craftsmanship. These dwarves.
Of course.
I'm surprised a bunch of dwarves would have a non-dwarf as the mayor.
Well, they'll tell you that it all started years and years ago. Trenbul Alramki shows up here with House McKay, the trade house, the merchant house, and he brought all sorts of interesting supplies that we Maratuk didn't have. Things that we couldn't obtain here in this distant port that they brought from towns all across the tablelands. And so we struck up a friendly relationship where he would bring trade and we would provide the obsidian we had here, and it seemed like a natural fit. He just started running the mine, and so we do the work and we pull out the obsidian, and House MK, they bring in the ships and we load them up and ship out our obsidian. And we all make a tidy sum doing these labors that we already enjoy, so it works out quite well. So, what he's telling you is this is basically a merchant town, 100% owned and operated by House McKay.
I would let Orn know later.
Am I there?
The dwarves themselves are such a simple-minded, hard-working folk that they're almost being exploited by House McKay and have little idea of the true value of the obsidian they mine here, or how much their time is worth when they do it.
So that would be my take.
Yes, that would be your take on the situation, being opposed to the merchant houses. These people are clearly being exploited by upper management. This colonizer comes in, takes over a dwarven town, takes all the profits for himself. You see what's going on here.
So I walked into the situation expecting to like, what's this guy's name again?
Trenbul? Trenbul Alramki?
Oh wait, Aram?
That's their mayor, yeah. Trenbul and Ronki.
Oh, I thought it was Thrain Thunderbeard.
No.
Thrain Thunderbeard.
He's the wind cleric.
Right.
You'd have to go to the temple to meet him.
Trumbull Aramki I don't like. Okay, got it. Okay.
All right, so we're on ring site then.
Hooray.
Taro, you've just disembarked from the ship. Well, actually, you wanted to get that thing identified, right? So you're gonna stop the dwarf that does the identifying. You're gonna ask him. Which item did you pick? The sword?
Yes.
Oh, all right. The scimitar. Which one? Scimitar or dagger?
Wasn't there also an axe, actually?
I don't think there was an axe.
No, it was a scimitar and a dagger. It's a ancient scimitar
Yeah, where's the
and
card?
a gemmed dagger.
I guess the dagger then. I could have sworn there was an axe on that list.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah, the dagger, yes.
Give me a moment.
How much is in gold is 20,000 copper piece?
200 gold.
Damn. Expensive.
Fucking ironstone.
A +1 belt.
Ring sight still there?
Yeah, I'm
I
here.
think
I'm waiting for the dagger.
He needs to. Yeah, Ninja's doing something.
There's a ring of protection.
Yeah, I wanted that, but I know somebody else is gonna want it too.
Cool. Pause ring sight's turn. Ninja gets an answer.
Okay, so the dwarf identifies the dagger. He tells you, oh, an interesting item. Seems to be a psionic weapon. Extremely sharp if you used it in the right way to stab the right vital organ. It seems as if it can store a spell. Don't you use psionic sorcery? Perhaps this would be a very useful item for you.
Indeed, I do, but I think I know someone who it might serve better.
But that last part, I can only cast the spell if it's in my spell list, and it requires a full casting time.
Sorcerer.
So I wouldn't be able to. Yeah.
You can't. You can still store it, right?
It is a dagger of spell storing, so all you need to do is draw the dagger and cast the spell as your action, and there you go. And you can pick any spell on your spell list and say you have one extra use of that spell as long as your dagger's in hand.
What do you say?
You can store it as an upcasted spell.
Like a first level as a second level spell? It's true.
Well, whenever it says it can hold as a charge.
Yeah, this one's limited to second level spells.
It says first or second level.
Yeah. So you could do a
That's
first
so-
level upcast.
That's so weak. I'm just gonna give it to the Spard for the
What?
soul knife.
What?
Extra spell slots? Are you kidding me?
Specifically
You're just gonna give
psionic
it-
sorcerer spells.
You're just giving away.
I meant the soul knife.
What, me?
Wait,
Scion's dagger.
can soul knives cast spells? Is that how it
No,
works?
we can't. That's what I said before. So it's only for you, and it's extra spell slots. That's better than any weapon you could possibly get.
Well, he has.
Okay, I was thinking the arcane. The arcane.
No, I'm a rogue.
Thing.
I'm a rogue through and through.
Ninja.
What's up?
Okay, never mind.
How many days were we traveling on the boat?
Today, it was 9 days of travel. This is technically the beginning of day 10 when you get here.
Okay, so I agreed to pay him 15 per day. So if I'm doing the math correctly,
Which order are we going to?
It goes down.
Am I the last one then?
Next to last. Well, yeah, I guess I'm not doing anything.
I'll be back in a minute then.
Gotcha.
135.
What's this thing called again?
The Inix Chitin Scion's dagger.
Why is it called the Inex Chitin?
Because it's made from the chitin of an Inix, a very large lizard. The chitin of its hide is used in the crafting of this dagger.
You guys saying chitin, not chitin.
Yeah, whatever.
Chitin is hard.
It doesn't have a K, so I don't like to say chitin.
I know.
Chitin is like
English is dumb.
Shell.
Anyway, can you identify again, or do I need to go find someone else to do the other object?
Have you ever heard of that southern food chitlins?
Oh yeah.
Inix
We made 'em
chitlins
one
of
time.
psionic dagger.
We made them one time. The whole house smelled like butt.
Ew. Gross. It is an intestine, right?
It's butt. Yeah, it's intestines.
It is some animal butthole. Gross.
You're eating butthole. Yes.
This is better than chicken feet.
Moving on from that topic,
Pig knuckle.
can Can you identify the other thing, or do I have to take that to someone else?
No. He can only do one per day.
Okay, into town to
We
find
need
someone to
gunpowder.
identify the other thing.
Into town you go. All right, but that was your action, so we're going to see ya. Just hit
Hello?
that turn button.
Wait, which button?
No. Coben Newland has a
Set
green
to,
turn button at the top of his screen. In Tabletop
6 minutes,
Simulator.
46 seconds.
Oh.
I paused it while he was typing up all that
Yeah,
stuff.
it takes me a while to
Oh,
generate
okay.
magic items on the fly. Press it. Press the button. There you go.
Oh.
You did it.
JK, my life.
There we go. Yep.
It's Soul's turn.
So
I-
the ship has parked. The dwarves have gone to party. What's your move?
A party? That sounds like an opportunity to make money. I need money so I can pay.
You
the
have
guy.
money.
Yes, but I
Did
need
anyone
more.
tell
money.
him his money?
I think I already added it already. That's why.
Yeah, his character sheet is stacked.
Oh, okay.
I even went in and converted it mostly to gold because he was weighing like 1,000 pounds from having too much ceramic pieces on him.
That's so much money he can't even fight.
Yeah, he was like super encumbered with -10 movement. I was like, wow, why do you have so many ceramic pieces?
You might want to go shopping, bud. You got a lot of stuff on your
I'm-
character sheet too. Like on
I'm
the
trying to
table.
save.
He's
Could
close
sell
to
some of this.
he's pretty close to his weight limit, so he's got to be pretty careful about what he adds.
His weight limit just in money.
His character is not strong. You gotta worry about that when you're min max to high hell.
No.
I can sell some of this.
You have like 3 bows, don't you?
It's true. That one is limited use. Those lightnings, you're running out of charges on that. If you want to get rid of one of them.
The I was thinking. There is that dagger I bought a while ago. I had the map on it. Oh no, it was a sling that had a map on the handle. I never did anything with that. I could sell that. Or, Wait, first I'm gonna deal with the one I know I want to do. Is there like a tavern or a bar or inn I can perform in?
The first thing you see when you disembark from the ship is the River Inn, where all the dwarves have gone to throw a wild party.
Can I go in there and try to worm my way into a performance?
Ah, easily. Yep. The dwarves are singing along, singing sea shanty, so if you have anything that's like a sea shanty, they'd really dig it.
Oh, okay. Is there any bonus I can give myself? Any, or is it just a flat?
Nothing I can think of.
Performance, it is plus 11. Got it.
Is anybody able to gather up all the party loot so we can try to sell it to the shopkeepers?
27.
We got stuff all around the place.
Sorry, 27 for what?
Performance check.
Oh. Oh, they're super impressed. 27 is like an amazing performance. They're gonna cheer and they're gonna like throw flowers your way and stuff. Do you make money for that? Like, is there? Do you have it written down how much money you make when you do like performing at a bar? It's just
Is
a
it
thing.
listed anywhere? Is it in the...
I think that's just like a regular bard ability, isn't it?
No, it's on the table. The performance, it's a performance.
Oh, it's under the maps, right?
He throws the
Matt?
best concert they've
It's like
ever had in their lives.
it's like a 16 to 20 for like, I don't know, a certain amount of gold, and then like a 20 plus you get a certain amount, and then 25 plus you get a certain amount.
Two maps.
I could have sworn it was like a bard ability that's under the bard class and not one of these downtime abilities here.
No, that's what I always use in mine. Before.
I'm becoming a bit of a hoarder because I'm looking at this and I don't know what I want to sell. um,
According to 187 of the player's handbook, using performance allows you to maintain a wealthy lifestyle, which means you earn 4 gold pieces. But it's ceramic pieces in Dark Sun, so not as cool.
Well, that's that's not a downtime. So there's an actual in Xanath. No, I'm sorry, Pasha's. They put that if you do the performance like in an inn, so you can make your lifestyle, your wealthy lifestyle for the day, but you can also
Have
practice a
downtime.
profession, or I'm
Right.
sorry,
Right.
work. You work. You make an ability check to represent a week. Oh, that's for a whole week though. But he's not doing that. If you did it for a whole week, he would get every day paid for, plus whatever his charisma performance would be.
Yeah, well, in this case, you make 4 ceramic pieces. Huzzah! Your performance was spectacular, and the dwarves are gonna be singing those songs that you just sang for, like, decades.
Now, when you were doing it for me, Ninja, if I performed in a tavern and depending on what my role was, you would see about giving me some extra tips.
These dwarves are not wealthy.
the poor.
So only 4 of them gave him a
Cool.
ceramic piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you
no, they
forget
had
they're being
tips.
extorted from their labor?
Right.
Can I at least get a free drink?
Yeah, for sure.
There we go. I drink the fact I only made 4 ceramic pieces away compared to how much I spent on that journey.
The dwarves like you a lot. They'll definitely share drinks with you while you're performing. In between performances, they'll definitely give you drinks.
Can I
Not
try
a
to
problem.
hear a rumor or anything? Since we're drinking, can I try to hear anything? We're in the bar.
You want to hear some of the local rumors? Sure.
Yes. I need information. Is that a certain role?
Let me see here. So there was a bunch of rumors that I told you about previously.
Yeah.
I put them all in the Discord during the week, but basically it's stuff about Trenbull and Azran, how they're related, and how they had another relative, and how at one point in the past they had built these 3 great ships. The Pyrrhus, the Hesper, and the Balamarash. And at some point there was this big tragedy, and the Pyrrhus and the Hesper were both lost, and this other relative of Azran was lost, and it's always kind of haunted him that the Balamarash is the only one that's left. And so this is like the local rumor about the history of the place, and they'll also talk about House MK and how trade is done here, how they ship out a whole bunch of obsidian, the major export of this area.
Okay. All right. That's all that I hear.
Well, there's local gossip, right? So you'll hear some names thrown around. The accessory shop is run by Craghammer Stonefist. The alchemy shop is run by Ulrich Firebrew, and people are talking about the different shopkeepers around town. There's an armor shop run by a Hulda Ironfoot. And there's a weapons shop run by Tordek Stonebeard. There's a clothing shop run by Ingrid Frostbeard, and they'll talk about how much clothing they export from this place. They make a lot of clothing. There's a couple craftsmen that are quite good at making clothing here in town. They also sport a healer named Drogan Hammerheart. There's a psionicist named Zara who's been on an absolute tear recently, complaining about not being able to do any psionics. The dwarves, they make many tools. They'll tell you the best tool maker is Bork and Iron Fist. You've heard the Iron Fist name, pretty common around town. There's many relatives in the Iron Fist family. They'll mention they have a beastmaster and a wagoner and a shipwright.
A lot of skilled folk.
Yeah. There's a lot of interesting people in town. And you rolled well enough that you even hear about a man named Varric who can get what you need.
What I need. Are they assuming I'm the type of criminal, or does he mean something else?
Now, you just rolled really well, so as you're gathering rumors around the tavern, you just hear the name Varric thrown around.
Okay.
The rumor is that Varric can get what you need.
All right. Nice. Also, I settled on if I'm going to sell any artifact, I'm going to sell the, is it Morg? Morg?
Yes.
Is it all right with you if I sell that amulet of invulnerability you gave me?
I mean, you traded me something for it, didn't you?
Yes.
The last rumor.
Yours.
There's one other rumor that you'll pick up in the tavern, and that is that they're very proud of their Temple of the Four Elements. They have 4 priests, one for each element.
Okay.
Grimoire killed the water one.
I don't think that would go so well.
They,
I want to
they
try.
did the 3 elements.
The Trinity of Elements.
But there could be a shrine here.
Well, they just mentioned it, the Temple of the Four Elements.
Could I teleport back here?
It takes a while to make one of those teleport circles. I think they're expensive too, right?
Yeah.
And they're time consuming depending on the spell. Doesn't it take? Don't you have to like put a magic circle there like yearly, for like a year, like every day for a year straight for it to be permanent?
Yeah, I think so.
That's something like that.
That's a downtime activity, to be sure.
Are you even going to be in the same place over and over again for a year? That's
Hey, we still got a bunch of that white silk horror tentacles. 333 pounds left.
Holy cow.
If anyone has loot they want to throw into the pile, like the party loot, can we get that?
Anything you want to sell, and then split up the money.
Oh, you're saying throw stuff in the party loot to sell?
I'll throw in the amulet of invulnerability, and actually, who here's characters the best at archery? I need some advice.
You?
Well, second, I need a second opinion.
I'm gonna put this armor. It's worth a lot.
I'm gonna get this bundle of silkworm gland. I'm gonna try to get that spun so we can sell it.
I'm gonna put this around for the jar.
This
So-
armor is worth 10,300.
So a note
CP.
about selling things here. They don't have money,
Huh?
Trade maybe.
so you're gonna have to trade for items that they have. You can barter for things.
Of course.
I needed the money.
The only person in town who's got a large amount of actual like currency is gonna be Trenbull. Trenbull, the mayor. He's with the MK merchant house, so he's got actual money. But all these dwarves here, they're not rich.
So I can only trade.
Yeah.
And who would I talk to do that?
Any of the merchants. I linked the shopping list, so just tell me which of the shops. Each one is categorized, and each one has an NPC there.
Oh, okay, and I'll like trade A for. How would I determine like, or would they negotiate with me that? Oh yeah, this is worth that.
Yeah, well, there's like a listed price for their items and listed value for your items, so just make exchanges that are reasonably close.
Okay. All right.
It's 11 o'clock or midnight. I wanted to go ahead and get my last little thing in here, if I could.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
that
looking
is-
at stuff. So you can go ahead.
So at first, I go to party with the dwarves. When I overhear
Yes,
the
sir.
conversation with, I think it was Grimorn was talking, or maybe it was Morg, talking about the mayor here, I get less and less fun at the party. And I eventually, between the drink and I'm talking to anybody who will listen about banding together as brothers and demanding that they get their fair take of the obsidian. Do you know what this is worth?
Do
you know what your labors are worth?
You're gonna teach the dwarves to unionize, huh?
I was waiting for. If you didn't say it, I was. So yes, that's precisely what I'm doing.
All right.
Oh yeah. You want rolls for that? I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, roll it.
Okay. Hold on.
I do need to drop someone off tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna have to sign off a tad early.
Sure.
Okay.
Well,
So
Yeah,
the main reason I wanted you to get to this town and to get access to the shopping list is so that you could like think about what you want to buy and sell and exchange during the week, so we can get this done quick. Or at least quick in game time next week. It might happen during the week over the course of the next 7 days.
all right.
All right. Because that's all stuff we can handle off Twitch. The Twitch viewers don't need to see us shopping.
Before everybody leaves,
Ninja.
Yeah.
I was gonna say before everybody leaves, does anybody have a problem with us doing side quests and stuff? On
No,
days? Or anybody wanna join
I
us?
don't actually. I'm very
Off
cheap.
days. I'm down for that.
Okay.
Still
So
wanted
So
to
probably
do
like
that
Friday,
one,
maybe Friday or
Cyber.
Saturday,
Friday or Saturday.
Tuesday or Thursday. We might do some extra stuff. It's optional. Not
I don't know if you guys want to sell any of these 2 items. Magical.
It won't be our main characters, to be clear. It's gonna be like
Oh.
off characters.
Well,
One
those
of
can be our
these
main
is,
characters, but
Gloves that you can catch these hands and they'll exhaust people that you punch.
Well, we can't do stuff with our main characters right now.
no, they're not.
They're kind of in a story, like locked into a story. But I'm talking like right now, we can do some extra stuff. Like maybe we want to start putting some stuff into Telspire or putting other.
Yeah, we have that cyberpunk thing that we
I was
started.
talking about Dark Sun specific stuff. Like expanding the story without having to mess with our characters, mess up their progress.
The trick is getting other people to show up for it. It's hard enough getting people to show up for the main game.
Well, that's the thing. Is that it would be like off time where like we're not. It's not going to be a substitute.
Have random people show up for the side quests.
I am also interested in doing the cyberpunk thing. I actually worked on that a little bit. I was using ChatGPT to generate a whole bunch of stat blocks for enemies and items and cyber upgrades and just, you name it, a whole bunch of cool stuff. I worked on the character sheets too.
I need to start learning how to do that because I have no initiative to do prep anymore as a GM. I just can't. So the ability to do that with ChatGPT is really interesting.
Well, for example, all the NPCs in town here were ChatGPT generated.
I'm telling exactly.
There's like 20 of them, and it spit them out in like 30 seconds.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah, we're getting pretty good at it.
I want to learn more, but I'm gonna have to call it right now.
All right. Good night.
So,
Good
good night, everybody.
Night.
It was a good game. I'm glad we got to town. Glad the travel's finished. What's up?
There's some interesting stuff in this village to buy.
Really good items.
I went to the bottom and I see ranged weapons and weapon range. There's an arcane longbow of elemental burst.
Well, the flying carpet's the main thing that I thought you guys would be interested in.
Which one?
The flying carpet.
Where is it?
Gotta go to the wind section. You didn't make it to the temple yet, but that's where it's at.
I was gonna go to see that. I didn't. I wanted to go to the Eeler.
There's no wind.
I want to buy the. I wanted to buy that field medic's outfit of dark vision.
Did I add it to the wrong page? What happened?
Elemental of air. There's a Windwalker boots.
No, I did add it to the wrong page. Damn it.
How much would 4,350 ceramic pieces be in gold? 40 something?
40 whatever. Which one are you looking at? The 40,000 one?
Is that the bottom of the Charvass?
Oh, that's 453 gold.
Not the very bottom, just the
4,350.
I fixed it.
That would be 43 gold and 50.
You should be able to see the carpet now. It's under element air. There's also a flute that might interest Sia.
Flute?
The Ivory Wind flute. I mean, that's equally interesting to Ringsight or to Soul as a musical instrument.
What does the do?
Oh, just wind.
100 gold. It's a large magical flying carpet, huh?
I'm already pressed for weight here, Ninja. This is bad. Stop tempting me.
100 gold pieces?
How many people does it take?
They can carry up to 1,600 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That means
It's
they
a
can
large
fly
one.
me, or just me. God, man.
And that's the
Ninja.
biggest size they make.
Yeah.
We're in Charvass, correct?
Yeah.
So who would I talk to get that range, that second to last range weapon, the arcane 4 elements bow?
Okay, so the ranged weapon dealer in town.
Hey, a little question real quick, Ninja.
Yeah.
That field medic outfit of dark vision, what says magic +1 armor. That's just the item level, or is it gives you a +1 to armor?
If it says +1 armor, it's adding to your armor class.
Ooh.
That magic carpet would be perfect for Taro.
For who?
For Taro.
Why, he already has a flying thing.
Yeah, but you're not a winged elephant religion.
No, I know that, buddy. Oh, alright.
So the ranged weapons and the melee weapons are all sold in the same shop. Tordic Stonebeard, he's got them. He's a dwarf with a bushy beard and a cheerful disposition. His shop is filled with a variety of sharp and deadly weapons.
I want to talk to him.
He seems to take pride in the quality of his weapons, and he's willing to haggle with customers to make a sale.
The flying carpet? The flying carpet has mage hand.
He seems wary, though, and he tells you he's had a string of thefts recently. Somebody's been stealing valuable weapons from him. They're just disappearing from his shop. So he's keeping a close eye on everybody who comes through, especially people he doesn't know or trust.
Wait, does he not have guards? Can he be robbed, actually?
Oh, he's got guards, for sure.
Oh, so they're okay.
Wait, this turn is Morns?
I don't know.
It is now. He's got the green star.
Oh. Can I haggle with them over the price of the 4 elements bow?
Sure.
It's my turn.
Well, this is just a roll. That's all it takes. Oh, wow.
I haven't gone to the city yet.
What'd you get?
What do you want me to roll up? Persuasion?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, hey, there's an amulet of fire resistance for 2,500 ceramic pieces.
Souls up to 18 minutes so far.
Okay. 13.
He tells you the first item you buy, he'll give you like a 10% discount, I guess.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, that's only because I rolled a 1.
He cannot resist my
He
charm.
he crit failed against your haggle attempt, so. He tells you, I wouldn't normally do this for anybody else, but you're just a real smooth talker, you know?
Thank you. Thank you.
How much was it? 10% of that's going to be a decent amount, huh?
Flying carpet?
Elemental Burst? Is that the
Is
one?
that a weapon shop?
It's in Charvass, the very bottom.
Yeah, so you save 430 ceramic pieces on that.
It was not the very last one. It's the second to last. 4,000. Yeah.
Yeah, those two.
What's that?
The tentacle.
Mm.
Where is all that stuff?
I put an armor that's worth a lot.
So his bow ends up costing 3,915.
Just had.
Are you paying that with gold?
Yes, 39,000 gold. Rather than 39,000 gold. Damn. 39 gold.
$39 gold, 15 CP. All right, so now that shopkeeper has money. The weapon shop can buy something. So if we do it that way, where if you buy something and then sell something, you can get some money back from the shopkeepers.
No, they have some boots that give you +1 AC.
Oh.
Skywell might want it because it also helps with taking fall damage since he likes to fall from 75 feet in the air.
Now, Sia, are you going to go look for Varric?
Yes, I will look for Varric.
All right, I'm going to open the black market. Click.
It reduces 20-foot fall damage.
Sia, I want you to pay attention to something called the Bardic Songbook on line 90.
Line 90 in Charvass?
Yeah. Varric, when you tell him you're a bard and you put on this great performance in town, in fact, Varric was at your performance and he loved it so much that he tells you he thinks you're really going to want to buy this book off him. A book of rare and valuable, forbidden and secret songs about the various sorcerer kings and queens of the land.
A mocking song about King Kalik. Okay. What would this possibly like benefit? What would it give me?
So at the very bottom it says, the use of these songs may anger and offend the sorcerer kings and queens, and singing them in public could result in serious consequences. Use with caution. However, the songs in this book are so funny that your performance will blow the minds of the people that see them.
I might buy it. How much is it? 5,000? I'm getting it. Can I haggle with them? I want to haggle with them.
Yeah, he'll knock off 10% because he thinks your performance was amazing. So for 45 gold, you can buy it.
Deal.
Ooh, the Shadow Master's lockpicks. That thing is nice.
But can I also sell him something? Does
You
he
have
have
a
money?
fire weave cloak. Makes you resistant to fire, and you do 1d6 fire damage on a melee
Oh,
attack.
yeah.
Wait, actually, Ninja.
Yeah, that's on a physical attack, though.
Can I give him items and in exchange he lowers the cost? Because if he doesn't have any money.
Well, he'll take the value of what you're selling and throw it towards this, so you don't have to give him as much gold.
Okay.
Oh my god, look at these enchanted shackles.
I want to wait. Hold on. The bronze amulet of invulnerability is worth 4,000. Huh?
You put those shackles on that defiler.
Keep in mind, when you sell stuff, you only get half its actual written value. Unless it's a gemstone. Gemstones sell for full value.
Look at Quicksilver. Oh, it's usable.
Oh, my emerald. No.
There's some really cool things on this list. He's got this thing called the Soulstone Voltorin. Or Valtorin. Yeah, read Soulstone Valtorin. Line 93. A soulstone that contains the soul of a powerful mage.
Cloak of Shadow.
That's a lot of gold.
It's a stone that can cast 7th level spells.
Damn. No. It's for Wizard and Scion.
Can you get a Grimoire?
DC 20. Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, the standard necklace.
Yeah, fuck
The
that.
meditation pieces.
Yeah, it's risky.
All slightly see-
It's a level 20. He's a 13 wizard, 7 scion.
Are you willing to be possessed by an epic level wizard?
It's really tempting.
If you can outwill him, if your willpower is strong, you can use him and force him to cast spells for you. But the risk of being taken over is high.
He's a 20th level wizard.
The trapped
That's
soul of
actually
a
really cool.
20th level
How often
wizard.
does he have to make that save to like get his body back?
Well, it's when you take the item and try to use it. That's when you have to make the save.
You only get one shot at it?
But what if he fell, does he have to make it like daily? Like,
Yeah, I suppose you might get a daily save. But it might be weekly. I don't know.
Might make you do things that you really don't want. I would not. I wouldn't even take the chance.
I would fucking do it.
This is a pocket sorcerer king.
Pocket level 20 sorcerer. Yeah, for sure. A wizard. It's a wizard scion. You get to keep for yourself.
The Whisperwind Oak Recurve bow is pretty cool. It's a +2 bow. It's got the long shot enchantment. Gives
Wait,
you
what line is it?
Hey,
91.
I don't mean to sound crazy, but I haven't done anything yet today. Neither has Hermorn.
No.
Like, Hermorn has 2 minutes of playtime specific to him so far. Soul has 26 minutes so far.
I don't know, but Ninja, like, do you want us to just buy stuff this week, or?
Yeah, if we can handle some of the shopkeeping during the week outside of the Twitch stream, that'd be cool.
Anything that I miss if I don't go talk to people?
And we might be able to handle some of the.
I don't care about that.
Well, I don't know. You are going to want to do some in-game NPC talk with the temple people here, because a lot of the people here in town have like little side missions that they can offer, and if you do those side missions, they'll give you discounts or even give you items. So that's sort of the benefit of talking to the NPC and dealing with them in non-conventional ways.
No, I know, but I'm a bit tired.
No, for real. Yeah, I understand. But yeah, if you see something in the shop, we can definitely figure out buying it during the downtime, and then gloss over that to do some of the actual RP stuff during the game.
I'd like to buy, real quick, there's a dust of, what is it, Disappearance or something like that?
Yeah.
I'd like to buy that. And then there's the Ealer. I'd like to buy the Field Medic's outfit of Dark Vision. Because that's really fucking OP.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It gives me a +1 armor, and then there was some boots The dragon leather boots. With an extra +1, so I gain +2 armor.
The dagger on.
Huh?
Dagger on leather boots.
Yeah, the Dagoran leather.
Line 106. That the one?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got +1 to armor.
Yeah.
It's equivalent to like a ring of protection. It's pretty good.
Yeah. But there's that, and then I get a +1 too from that the field medic outfit of dark vision, and I gain dark vision too.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. And proficiency at the medical stuff.
Yeah, it gives me a +2, so I get like a +11 on medic.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. I mean, there's really good ones. Did you look at like the outfit of phase walk? You can phase through 60 feet of solid matter per day. Stopping inside a solid object causes you to be ejected by the shortest path and deals a d6 bludgeoning damage per 5 feet moved. But just think, like, doors are no obstacle. It'll just be like, I'm going to phase through it. That's 5 feet of my 60 feet.
How much is that fucking thing?
123 gold and 75 ceramic pieces.
Are you selling those?
Yes. Or you want me to add to the party loot so it can be easier?
Yeah.
So what happens with the party loot? Like, we're trying to...
Sell for half, so we can split it.
Yep. Party loot. There you go. Also, it's nice
These
to
ones?
make sure what...
These are the ones you're talking about? Alright, so,
I got a medallion I was trying to sell.
You could just unlock all the doors from the opposite side now.
How much is that game?
The clothing is 123 gold, 7 silver, and 5 ceramics.
We also have that bundle of silkworm gland.
Yeah, we're, what, 300?
300 gold.
are you selling this bronze bracelet of Acid Bane that's on page 1?
Well, that's... I mean, you have to put the labor in for it to be a 300 gold worth clothing. The raw material probably isn't all worth 300 gold by itself.
Well, yeah. We'll also get it spun.
See ya?
Yes.
Are you selling this bronze bracelet of Acid Bane that's also on this card?
Bronze bracelet of Acid Bane. I don't know I had that.
Yeah, there's multiple pages on these cards. Sometimes you gotta scroll through it and see.
Wait, which card are you talking about?
This one that had the enervating Dehada and the Mind Feeder on it.
Can't. Where's your... Are you pointing to it?
Yeah, over here.
I'll take it off. Wait, push it.
Oh, it does have it. Okay.
And there's an antitoxin on there as well. Okay, so if you're not selling that...
I am.
We want more gold? I got more gold for the group.
So you are selling that acid thing?
Am I looking at the right? Am I hovering over the right?
I got 200 gold here, right for the group right here.
Okay, so 1435.
There's this too, a ninja. That's worth 200 gold here, huh?
Oh yeah. Forgot about those.
The silver goblet that we got from the fire drake cave. Worth 200
I'm pretty
gold.
sure we want that flying carpet. At minimum, give it to Taro. He can fly us around. Because Terax can't fly multiple people.
Oh.
But if he uses the thing, he can fly.
Yeah,
Let's see,
maybe.
I can cast fly on me.
Also, I want to that Iron Ring of probability. I want to add that to the party loot as well. I'll send it in the group chat. Not the group chat.
It's
The
on
Discord.
a card on your thing. I would
Just
think
slide that over.
Just saying.
So these goblet here, they're worth 200 gold, huh, Ninja? Like that doesn't split in half since they're silver.
Silver goblets, I think
Yeah.
like those would sell for full price. Yeah.
Goody.
There goes the bow.
Taking that pearl too.
All right. So after getting rid of those 3 items, the shopkeeper of the black market owes you 821. Was there something else you wanted?
He owes me money.
Yeah, the value of your items was higher than what you owed him for the book.
Did you incorporate the Iron Ring of probability?
No. Where's that at?
Hey, Ninja, can you take a note?
Note of what?
I am at 23 armor now.
Impressive.
Nice.
Or more, you're looking stacked.
Yeah, I can take a beating now. Well, I can. Yeah.
Ooh, there's a siren song flute that lets you charm person once per day.
I'm trying to become a cleric, a paladin of fire.
The card for some reason isn't on my table, but it's the ring that made me lawful good. There goes the
How do I order a belt of giant ninja?
Here it is.
You need somebody who can cast the strength spell, and then you need the time it takes to create it. If there's a bunch of people working on it, it probably takes a week or so.
I need to put the order in.
What about that prankster's gold? Are you ever gonna use that?
Right.
Iron Ring of Probability. You want to add that?
yes.
So another 25, 26, 27.
What about that book? Did you ever add the book?
Which book?
This book right here.
Enchanted shackles might be nice.
So now you have 3,521 to work with.
He owes me. I've sold him so much. He owes me money.
You could afford the Shadow Master's lockpicks. Krios was saying those looked good.
I have more stuff I'm trying to sell, actually.
Enchanted shackles. We just need to throw those onto a sorcerer king. Prevent them from using magic or psionics.
I'll tell you in advance, the Sorcerer Kings are immune to that effect from that item, but it might work on Jaren.
Oh, the Defiler
Yeah.
henchman.
Being epic level,
You guys-
Hamanu could probably just be like, nope. Legendary resistance didn't work on me.
Dispel magic.
Or dispel magic, any number of things.
But how can he dispel magic if he has no magic? And there is no save roll. You cannot legendary resistance.
I'm telling you, he's got hacks.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's like in a fist fight with.
He has a spell that can teleport you to the moon. So, yeah.
Actually, should I buy the enchanted shackles? I'm thinking about it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You also have that sling that you're looking at.
That lockpick is pretty freaking awesome.
Doesn't it just make you better at picking locks?
Yeah.
It gives you advantage on your roll for locks and removing traps.
And sleight of hand so that you don't get caught while picking the lock.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Should I get that for Orin? I might buy
that'd
it
be
for
good
Orin.
for Orin. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll buy that for
Remember the
Orin.
new longbow too? Oh, here it is. Here's the
What
card.
does knock do? Does that just automatically open the thing without even trying to pick locks?
Yep.
Wait, what automatically opens it without trying to pick locks?
Knock.
The user of the lockpicks can also cast the spell knock at will without expending a spell slot, so that just automatically opens it.
Who's gonna figure out how much gold we're getting from what we're selling?
Oh, never mind. It says once per
We got
lock.
a lot of shit.
Yeah, this is getting kind of out of control. over
This
here.
is why I was going to have us do turns and individual things. So Sia had 3 items he told me he sold, and I've marked those off. So like the ring of probability here, I can delete because that's been sold.
Okay.
Well, actually, hang on. I'm going to add it to the shop list. So let me cut that.
I dropped the bronze armor.
Fine bronze. But
Yeah, it's worth like 10,000.
I have a
10,000.
feeling that bundle of silkworm land we're not gonna be able to sell here.
Well, you
guy.
can. That's something you can keep and like get it.
Process later.
Yeah, get something made out of it. You know, later on.
I'll hold on to it.
Like in tier, I'm sure somebody's gonna be able to do something with that.
I'll put it into my.
Do you already have something that gives you fire resistance, Jordan?
No.
Okay. Yeah, might want that in case for more indecisive fireball you too.
Did that get deleted? The loan of Veil Alliance?
All this stuff in the middle is stuff we're throwing and selling, right?
Where's the? Okay, this is the goblet.
Oh no, that's the note that was.
Where's the bronze armor? The one that I put down. It's right here. This one is worth 10,300 copper piece. And then the 200 gold. Okay.
Where's
I realized I
the-
had a lot of magic items.
I'm sorry to say, but we didn't grab the loot card off of the. What you call it?
The ship? Yeah.
Previous table.
Some of the stuff you don't want to sell, like the stuff you got from the sunken ship, that iron, you could probably reforge that into useful stuff.
Yeah.
No, all
I'm
the
also
stuff that
putting-
the giants. Just
Yeah, the giant stuff, definitely you would want to sell that. So we can go to the other table and pick that up at some point.
There's also that half moon blade thing, the water weapon.
So Ninja.
Yeah.
I got R&D lockpicks. I use my IOU for those.
Yeah, and there's also that scimitar that we haven't gotten identified yet. I was wondering if I could pick up that scimitar and get it identified in the city. Is there somebody that could do that?
Hey, this longbow's on here twice.
Yeah, you could go to the temple to get that identified.
Yeah, can I get it identified?
It costs 100 ceramic pieces to identify it, though.
I'll pay for it.
I'm also throwing in that sling that's already in the center.
That's like the ancient.
Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything else. It's just a +1 sword.
That's it?
Yeah,
Oh, it's poopy.
I know, right? You paid the money, and then it's just like, oh, that's all it does. No extra
Also,
properties at
this-
all.
This spell book. Ninja.
A lot of stuff we can buy. I just need to know how much money we can make so that I can go shopping this week. Offline. 'Cause I'm broke.
Can we sell all this stuff and just split Ninja or what?
No, because the shopkeepers don't have any money. You can only do trade here.
So, no. So what about that? I give them that brown splint mail as part of the payment for the stuff I bought.
The bronze
Yeah,
splint mail.
so trading is fine.
Yeah, so if you spent money on an item, I want to know how much money you spent so I can put it on the shopkeeper. But then also, you can like just get it right back if you just want to deduct it from the amount.
No, but we can get rid of that one there, and then put the money in the store there.
He's saying he needs to know how much you actually, what was the value of what you tried to buy?
Oh, it's the boots and the helmet.
So the dagger and leather boots, you gave him 23 gold and 50 ceramic. All right, so the clothing shopkeeper, he has some money now.
Mm-hmm.
And Ninja, this spell book that I have, where would I sell this at?
Not here.
Great. That's all I need to know.
The trick with that is like you can only sell it to a wizard, and I wouldn't try to sell it to anybody you don't trust. So I'm talking like Veiled Alliance members only.
What about a sorcerer king?
Yeah, you could sell it to Nibene maybe.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Do we really trust Nibene though?
If he paid.
I do.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. thank you.
Nibene gave me a very rare item.
Nibene gave me food, water, a lot of stuff.
Nibene gave me my cloak.
So I bought the Daggeron leather boots, Ninja.
And the other one was the healer's outfit, right?
I think we wanted to buy the
That was 3660.
magic carpet.
So you could maybe sell something to the healer, and you could maybe sell something to the clothing shop owner if you have items you want to sell.
Yeah.
What about the magic carpet?
But they'd have to be items they'd be willing to take. So
There's this a suit of fine bronze splint mail.
So that you'd want to sell to the armor. But nobody's bought anything from the armor yet. So you might want to get something in trade from the armor for that. It's worth 5,150. So we'll look at the prices in the armor shop.
I also want to add this ancient bottle of wine. Just what's in there.
You might want to trade that armor for something like the Varia shield.
Okay. Who's gonna buy that though?
I don't know. Does anybody need a shield? Who uses a shield?
Well, I do, but I have a +2
only.
shield.
So the Varia shield can become a +4 tower shield.
It says this druid shield is alive. Druid only.
Oh yeah, that's something that Morg would use.
Yeah. Morgan would be interested in that.
Oh yeah, what is it? Druid shield.
Armor wise.
Druid
Use
shield.
the armor. Change their armor out, for instance.
Well, can I? Oh shit, no.
What's the strength? Oh, these are all strength 13. These.
What is the spikes ongoing (3)? It just does 3 piercing damage.
So if somebody tries to grapple you, whatever spikes that your equipment has, it deals that much damage automatically while you're grappled. So like if you had spiked armor and a spiked shield, you could do like 6 points of damage a turn, which is pretty good.
What about heavy armor? Does anybody wear heavy armor?
No. Not yet.
Only Sia can wear heavy armor, I guess.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can, but it's not
Well,
preferred.
He doesn't really have the strength.
I think I've only been using the staff as a weapon.
I'm gonna reorder
Guess I could use
the
a shield.
armors.
Medium.
You've had that spear, the light spear thing.
Yeah. No, I think I gave that away.
Sia.
The lightsaber spear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I traded that for
Terrax
something else.
Terrax hide armor of storms. Armor type medium.
Wait, what line is that?
I just reordered the armors. Now they're in order of price, with the highest at the bottom.
Oh shit, where'd it go? Damn it.
It's line number.
What's so special about the bronze ring mail?
It's line 57.
Okay.
It's medium armor, but it gives you +1 AC and +1 max deck
Oh, it's super
and
light.
resistance to lightning damage.
It's lightened and it's made of metal. The metal is expensive.
Oh, it's bronze. So. Super light though.
And it can be enchanted, so you can make it pretty strong armor.
I like that helm.
The Great Helm?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's only good if you can use heavy armor, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's like part of a full plate set.
One day.
Etched with dwarven runes. You have to scream the words "Hooah!" when you activate it as a verbal spell component. You become immune to shove or gain featherfall as the spell psionic.
Oh, might want these earrings of life. Can give you it gives you a flat +3 HP per long rest, and you gain immunity to negative effects from being in an area that is being defiled. But the defile makes it roll a safe DC 15.
If you recall, Jaren has an ability that when he casts a spell, it does massive harm to everybody within a radius. Mm-hmm. So those earrings are like the only item that'll protect you from that effect.
Oh my god, did you see this silt hood? Silt diving hood? So it grants the wearer the ability to breathe normally in silt for up to 1 hour per day.
Oh, cool. You can walk underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Under silk, I guess.
Could be handy if you're out there. You're still going to be traveling in a silty zone for quite a while here.
Did he have a second pair of those leather boots?
The dagger and boots? No. Every item in this town is one of a kind. These are the only ones they've got.
That noble's outfit of phase one. Oh, you got that one already, right?
I mentioned it earlier. It's pretty wild. You could just bypass doors. You don't need to unlock anything. You're just like, whoop, I'm on the other side.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You need to make a quick escape if you're on the second floor. Whoop, now I'm on the first floor. Or for tourists, you could jump up through the ceiling into the upper floors.
Yeah. Through the walls, through a full building.
Yep. Building the way, no problem. Phase through it. You become Kitty Pryde from the X-Men.
That's pretty open.
That's what I was gonna say. Is do we have enough money for me to get that?
Well, there's a bunch of items on the table. If we can figure out the trade. The suit of fine bronze.
There's also that Master's Merchant outfit of secrets. I was kind of.
We got also the 200 gold worth of silver. Yeah. Silver goblet.
If no one's against it, I want to try to get that phase walk outfit.
$123 gold. It's expensive.
What does the bulky property do when you have a tower shield? Is that the same thing as heavy? It just gives you like disadvantage or something when using it?
Is that the one where halflings can't use it at all? I think that's the one.
The heavy says your weapon is bulky, large, and well heavy. Small creatures can wield heavy weapons, but when they make attack rolls with them, it's at a disadvantage. Probably not going to be attacking with a large tower shield, but I don't know. Also, that's why I was asking if heavy is different from bulky.
It is.
You gotta tape it to the back of your ant.
Ninja, we have to go to that other table so we can grab that card real quick.
You want to do that now? All right.
Can a hat wear a shield, Ninja? Come on, say yes.
A what?
Can a giant ant use a shield?
No. No hands.
We'll just tape it to it.
All right, everybody, hang on a second. I'm hitting sync, and then I will hit pack.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed.
All right. See you, man.
Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I just need a few minutes still. Just trying to figure out what we're going to do.
All right, here comes the table, and you can grab the card.
Before I go, we're talking about the side quest stuff and stuff. When would we be starting that?
Yeah, we need to figure out a day, and hopefully one where a bunch of us will show up and be interested in the side thing.
Yeah.
The more the merrier.
I would rather like later in the week than earlier in the week or the weekend.
Joe was saying Friday. I think that's the day he was aiming for. Maybe Saturday. Saturday's good for me. I could do Friday.
Yeah, me too. Oh yeah, going to bed.
Good night.
We could come up with something by Friday to do. Just stuff that's going on in the other area. We could put together a
Oh, wow. We actually had a viewer on Twitch. Diamond Dragon tuned in. He said, I'm back, bitches. He said, hello, how do? How fucked have you made the party thus far? Well, goodbye, I guess. Isn't it great when you only look at the Twitch chat at the very end of the stream? After everybody's given up and went away. All right. I'll send him a message, a DM. That way he'll feel special and liked. And check us out on stream again.